everyone. That's perfect timing. So lovely to have you all here tonight, players. It's a joy to be back, of course. Um, hmm. Well, for anyone new, welcome to An Extremis, episode 29, I believe. Cruising right on up there, numbers. Uh, way past the Derek threshold.
It's a very high number.
So, where are we tonight? We are on the
Mm.
island, the floating island of almost Daphne Island. Our crew, having successfully retrieved the ancient technology, took a small bit of time to follow a lead for Captain Liazana into the Order of Spectres, um, hearing that an ex-member was residing in an asylum on the island. Sinister, Liazana, and Ashavar went there to take a look around, and the only thing the patient could utter was, I fell, I fell from the cliff above," and so on and so forth. Um, Upon leaving, Liazana spied the classic old school vampire bites in the back of a patient's neck after a patient earlier in their visit, having stolen an orderly's getup, was pretending to be an orderly, and then while being dragged away was talking about a bunch of things going on at the asylum, one of them being a vampire on staff. So who knows? After returning to the ship, everyone set up to figure out sort of what to do next, and while reviewing things, Cassius pointed out, it kind of clicked for him that maybe that cliff, what the patient was talking about was the von Sutcliffe family from high above their ritzy house. Um, Also hearing, yeah, listen. um, you, of course, also heard back from Allie at the end there, checking in. She was on a different plane for a little bit, and had not received the message or messages. And was asking for an update. So I think everyone is in the captain's quarters right now, doing that. And yeah, we've got, of course, plenty of other stuff I'm sure the recap chatted about. So we'll catch up right there. I'll let you all take it away. That's the info you have. You're having a meeting in the meeting room.
We did update Cassius about his whole like
Oh, Iron
what
Man 3D
yeah, yeah,
layout he came up with.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Nice.
Um not sure I remember what we were discussing.
Oh, Allie had just checked in. She wanted an update, and you were discussing like, what do we do? Do we have anything else here we need to check out? And so on and so forth. Hey, you know what? I'll start us off with this. One of the crew comes up and knocks on the captain's quarters doors.
Come in.
Probably Kip. Okay. Doors swing open. You see your turtle navigator, Kip. Oh, good morning, or good evening. There's someone delivered a missive for Cassius. She's holding a little envelope in her hand, sealed with a fancy red wax stamp. Just here, or oh, all right. There you are.
Uh,
Hands it over.
thank you.
Of course, of course. Oh, look at that. She's examining the table and all this stuff.
Isn't
Oh,
it nice?
yes. Kip sees Liazana. She's gonna head over and chat with her. But in the meantime, you have a missive as well, just to add more stuff and on a good starting point here. Okay. Do you want to just pocket the letter for now, Cassius, or do you want to take a look at it?
He's gonna take a look at it. He's trying to like. Are there any like markings on there
The
that he could
stamp.
recognize?
Yes, the stamp is something that you've seen the UAF use, the United Aviation Federation. But in a sort of a return descender section on the back is your brother Lucian's name. I believe specifically it says the esteemed Captain Lucian Galewing on the back, and
Oh,
on the front it has your name.
okay. Yeah, Cassius will like pop it open and like see what's inside.
Oh, okay.
Like if it's like a letter or something.
It is. It has the UAF letterhead and some fancy drawn, filigree on there, and it seems to be an invitation. Your brother is inviting you here to the dinner that he referenced. He wants you to join him tomorrow night at 7 p.m. proper for dinner with him and the admiral of the fleet.
Oh, okay. Like Cassius will read that out loud. Like he's not trying to hide it from anyone. Like not like announcing it, but he'll just kind of like read it to himself.
Mm-hmm.
Go, huh?
A dinner?
Yeah.
We're gonna look fancy.
Yeah, it seems to be it's an invitation for one, I'm assuming.
It is. Mm.
Okay.
I'm still in drag, by the way.
Nice.
Well, that's exciting.
I wonder what he wants to discuss. It's never a simple dinner with him, and if I'm seeing the admiral, this is about something else.
Now,
He'll roll-
is this
he'll roll the
the
letter.
the pirate or the non-pirate brother?
The non-pirate brother.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in the Federation. He's gonna roll his letter up and kind of like tuck it away and say, well, I'm gonna go there tomorrow at 7 and hear what he has to say. I wonder why he has me talking to the admiral of all people, but I don't know. Could be pretty important. We could be getting leads on a couple of things. I did ask him, so.
You think it's safe to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Oh.
just for you?
Yes.
No +1?
No +1. It's just for me. Unfortunately, I take you, but it's just me this time. And
Visibly dejected.
Oh,
Are you sure that she's gonna like be hearing this and she's gonna say, you sure that they're not gonna try to ask you if you know what happened to the ancient technology?
I mean, if they do, I mean, what are they gonna do? We bought it fair and square. Yeah, we didn't acquire that illegally at all. So I mean, they don't really have a say in what we do with it. Yeah, I can see if we stole it, but I mean, we had a line of credit, we spent it. So yeah, I think
You
we're in the
also
clear.
want to say that we stole it.
We have the receipt for that, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Because we gave her,
You would have gotten
we have
one.
we're fine.
I'm saying from his perspective.
Oh,
his
because the
perspective, he doesn't
Federation
know
wants
that.
it. I mean, he will know that.
You're gonna tell him?
If they ask, yeah.
Mm,
I don't see why not.
Again.
There's
I
nothing
would not.
there's no ground for them to stand on. It was all legally done for the laws that they make. So I mean,
You're right. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Don't tell anyone we have
Right.
this. There's other people looking for this.
I think Cassius is really good about knowing what to say and what not to say. So I think he'll
Yeah.
be fine.
I'm not gonna go in a conversation and be like, hey, by the way, we have this thing that our benefactor told us to buy. Like, I'm not gonna tell them that. But if it comes up,
It might be good. Yeah.
I don't see the sense in lying, because dimes to dollars, if I'm talking with my brother and the admiral, somebody's gonna be in there and know I'm lying, and that's gonna make things a whole lot worse for us. But we got that piece of technology legitimately.
Doesn't matter. People are looking for it.
True, but I don't see the point in like keeping that from them or lying about it. Now I'm not gonna say anything if I don't get questioned about it. But
I think we can trust Cassius Sinister?
Alienor went through all this trouble and her family's tied to this to keep this quiet.
Yeah.
And they're part of the Aviation Federation.
Hmm.
So she wants us to keep it secret for
Yeah,
a reason.
but my brother doesn't know that we have it. Like he doesn't know.
But if he asks, you're going to tell him.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
So what problems do you think that would pose for us potentially? Because I'm open to talking about it. Like I said, I'm not just gonna tell them that, but that's what we have. But if it comes up, there's no point for me to lie because I'll probably get it out of me some way or another. So what do you
I also
propose I
think
do if this gets brought up?
Also, doesn't mean magically that Alienor put on us to be unable to tell. So I'm not worried.
You did that?
Yeah.
Oh, then I actually have nothing to worry about.
You can't tell. It just popped in my brain like,
Yeah. There's nothing to worry about. It's fine. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Plus, I did ask my brother like if he could find out about the order of specters for us, or information along those lines. So it could be tied to that as well. Yeah, but as far as like what we came here to procure, it's none of their business for one, and I physically can't tell him, or magically can't tell him.
Can he
So
detain you if you can't say anything? Would you be locked away?
no, he wouldn't do that to me. And plus, there's no reason for it. Yeah, I can see if I was going to meet with my brother Vincent, then I might get held against my will because pirates don't care. But these people are lawful. They're not gonna lock me up for no reason.
Are you okay? Again, Drow society, way different. Way different.
And we do things a little differently up here. There's a degree of diplomacy. Not everybody's out to get you all the time, sister. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. But okay.
It's like, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. But yeah,
I don't know.
if I magically can't tell him where like our thing is, then we have nothing to worry about. Yeah. Plus, my brother likes to do these grandiose, like he likes to show off like the things that he's accomplished. I don't know if this is a way of him doing that. We haven't seen each other in quite some time. I'm busy doing my thing. He's busy doing his. We don't get to see each other a lot. So this could just be like a friendly brotherly dinner. Who knows? Yeah. But it's not anything that anyone
Very
needs to worry
different. Very different. If my sister was to invite me over under pretense of like, oh, let's chat, I can expect there's something going on.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know how the Drow show love, but me and my brothers, we genuinely love each other. We don't
Yeah.
agree on everything,
Hmm.
but I love them. Like I'm not. I
We
don't.
love each other
I don't think.
too.
Yeah. I don't think they do anything to hurt me like intentionally. Like before all the craziness that happened at the auction, Vincent told me to wait on the ship. So no matter what like he does, as wrong as it is, he's never done anything to intentionally hurt me. Neither is Lucian. So it's gonna be fine.
So people don't act in corrupt ways, and when they're in politics and power here, they don't say.
Oh, don't get me wrong, that always happens. But like my family isn't politics.
I'm just saying, this is kind of a tight. Well, again, different world. This just it's a learning experience for me. This kind of, okay.
Yeah, it should be fine. And then I'll let you guys know what happened at dinner. If anything like important comes up involving everyone else. Sound fair?
I think it sounds good.
I trust you.
Have a good time.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a minute since I had a time to sit down and chat with my brother. It'll be nice. Hopefully this isn't leading into anything, but like awful. But we'll see.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Family time's important.
Yeah.
Kip has gone over to Liazana just to check up, make sure she's okay, since they're in the best friends club. Uh, nice. Allie, on the mental thing messages, we'll say that this is round when she kind of messages back. Oh, right. Oh, wait, hang on. I've got a little headband thing for this. Here we go. Be super cute.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh
There
yeah.
we go. Mhm.
a
Adorable.
Mhm.
little moose
Yes.
What a
Yeah.
horn.
Here we go. Okay. Well, so sorry about that. It's on another plane, and this can get tricky sometimes across planes. But what's the most recent update? I think she knows already that you got the ancient tech.
Mhm.
Gosh, what were you? Oh, right, you had been updating your since then and not hearing anything. Right, is all well? Do you find yourself still on the on Staffney?
Yeah, we're still
Yes.
here. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right. And I see the funds went through for things good. Good. Do you have any? You worried about anyone following you, or is everything going smoothly?
As far as we know, no one's following us. As far as smoothly, that is a better person.
Excellent. Well,
It definitely could have went smoother.
I think we're in the clear now, though.
oh, good, good. Well, take your time, of course. There isn't a rush, so long as the technology is secured. Do your best not to tinker with it. In my in the work we've done on the little bit that we have, it's very temperamental, and typically very strong magic with these. So, just if you secure it and hide it away, I think that would be the best. Um, but come back when you can. I'd say if you can make it back, let's see, it's 5 weeks now with your super speed flight. So if you get back in the next maybe she doesn't know that. So a return trip, so 3 months, 3.5 months or so, that would be great. I don't have any other leads for you, but I am waiting. I put further more people into looking into that Order of Spectres after Wayland. And but no news on any other bits of technology yet. Still awaiting news back from about that book of Enoch. But I imagine I'll hear something in the next probably 3 or 4 weeks at most. So on your trip back, likely. I'm heading back now to jeez, Gluck. And I'll be there. I think it's off the top of my head. I don't. I'm pretty sure that's what it
Yes, it
was.
is.
I'll be there for the in about 2 more weeks till I get there, and I'll make sure that I get message to you, send you the coordinates as it's moving along, so you can dock and such. We can continue work.
Thank you, Allie.
Of course. You're all well then. Everyone's well and accounted for.
We are now. Yes.
So for the most part.
Oh, well, has me a little bit nervous, but if you feel that things are good, then that's great. If you need anything else, or anything comes up, please let me know. I should be here on this plane, for the next 3 months, 3.5 months or so. Right?
Yeah.
Well,
All right, we should
fantastic
get
work.
there. We should get there soon, around that time.
Wonderful. Expertly done. Fantastic work. I'll see if I can put together a wee bit of a bonus for you for handling it so well and so quickly.
Sounds
It was
good.
a matter of urgency. We had no choice.
I look forward to seeing you all. So
Bye, Allie.
Right.
nice. Okay. So it's nighttime. I believe that asylum thing was all in the evening. So It's almost time to sleep. The following day, of course, is the day of the invitation to get together. But there's also, a city to explore if you would all wish to tonight. What do y'all have on your docket for tonight?
Oh, is this the city? We're in the same city, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
As we were before.
Mhm.
Okay.
Are there any street festivals?
Let's see. What night of the week is it? I guess it'd be Friday there. So, there would be in the market square has a bit of I wouldn't call it a full out festival, but they string a lot of lovely lights and a lot of people come out. It's not a party, it is more festive in nature. There's little games of darts and other things they set up outside for people to swing by and have fun. But you could do like a beer crawl through there too if if people wanted. So it gets a little
We're
rowdy
gonna
sometimes.
do beer and darts. Beer and darts.
Always the winning
Is that
combo.
the same place where they have the? Is that the same place where they have like the lonely villain hearts or whatever?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
speed dating for
Yep.
villains.
Wow.
We are going.
Nice.
Yep. We're going to the town square.
Okay. I'll come along.
I'm out of
Awesome.
drag, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Not going in drag.
Sinister, it's nice to have you back.
Oh, thank you. I mean, of course, it's our have their problems.
I've never worn one, so I don't know.
Liaison and Cassius, do you want to come to the town square? I hear there's darts and beer.
I will meet up with you guys after my dinner with my brother,
Okay.
and I'll let you guys know how that goes over a pint or 2 or 3, depending on how this goes, or 4 or
Mhm.
5.
Nice.
Holding his head.
You know how this goes.
Awesome.
Yeah, just hope it's not bad.
I'm sorry. So the invitation with your brother is for tomorrow night. So tonight you're
Oh,
free
tomorrow.
if you
Okay,
wish
okay,
to.
okay,
Mhm.
okay, okay. Oh no, then no. He would go straight with Ashavar to go get beer darts. Yeah, immediately.
Nice.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right.
And it's nighttime, right?
Yeah. Yep. It's probably closer to 8:30 or so now.
All right.
Uh,
I have to get my dance blouse.
Nice. Oh my goodness, excuse me. What am I looking for here?
I don't know.
There's
The market district, was it not?
Wait, let me share that out so you have the imagery. Oh, of course, as you are sort of making plans and folks are heading out of the captain's quarters, just to follow up, Kip is has been checking in with you, Liazana, once the meeting part seems to be done. Oh, so you're well. You're in one piece?
Oh yeah. I think we're all right.
That's a relief. They sounded like rather scary folk in the way. Ash was so worked up too, asking, over you and just worried, sick. If you find her, if you have a moment, I'd ask you to go just check in with Ash. I'm sure she'd be very relieved to know that you're all right. And
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we can go right now.
wonderful. I think she should be back. I think she had to go out into town. So she should be back any minute though. She was just gathering some materials and such. So I'm sure she'd appreciate it. Well, what a relief.
Absolutely. I'm sorry to make y'all worry. I didn't mean to do that.
It's all right. We just with poor everything that happened to poor Relith, and you heading there. I mean, you're in good company, of course, and I know the three that it went are very strong and capable. So, but of course, it's always a bit scary. Anyway, right. If you see her on the way back, I'm sure she'd appreciate that greatly.
Oh yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
we're going to the market square
Oh.
anyway, aren't we? So
Oh, kind of looks around like at her duties here. Well, I think I'm all set here. I don't suppose you'd mind if I would you mind if I came along?
oh, shh. I would mind if you didn't.
Oh, you're too kind. Yes. All right. Haha. Let's go, ladies. And she'll I'm just gonna get changed for this, and I'll be right back. And she heads back to her quarters to meet back up with you. And oh my goodness, thank you for the raid. Oh, Lawful
Mhm.
Stupid, so nice to see
Yeah.
you here. Yay.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Thank you. Always love having y'all hang out and raiding in. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna try and do my multitasking as quickly as I can, so that things won't
Multitask,
suffer. Yeah.
multitask.
Awesome. The sparks are flying right now. I can do this.
They came
question
at a
mark?
good part.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So, for those of you, it sounds like everyone is heading out into the very, the small festival-ish celebration of the beginning of the weekend here in Staffney. All right. So I feel like Zia's gonna probably go, grab Vic, or Vic's gonna grab Zia to be like, oh, let's go check it out. So they'll maybe go ahead or with you all. You pile back into the city of Staffney, and I'll just share out our proper Staffney Island breakdown. I'll keep this other image up. I'll share this other one out. So this is the one of the districts of Staffney Island, kind of sets the tone for the city. There's a ritzier area, of course. This isn't the market square. This is part of the rustic district, but the market square itself is littered by day with vendor stalls along the street and small shop fronts and everything else. But there's a beautiful glow to the city at night. They've strung up a number of small golden lamps. And there's just cheer in the air. People are they like to celebrate their weekends, and they have this low-key festival. A bunch of food stalls have set up. You can smell the fresh scents of, a lot of fried food. What are you gonna do? There's beer stalls. There's other, tasty ramen stall and some other things down the way. Plenty of games to be had. It's almost like a gosh, what do you call it? A fair, and that they have a bunch of little small fun games that you can play, ring toss, darts, and things like that. So as you all kind of pile up together to head out, you step into this very center of the city, the Merchant Square here, Merchant Quarter, which is actually a circular part in the center, and you take in the sights, the smells, and this nice, somewhat warm, just warm early spring weather. It's delightful. You even see Ash. Ash is arriving. She, from behind. She apparently went to the ship and was directed to let you all went here. So she's catching up. What would you all like to do as you get here?
I'm gonna spin around and wave at her.
I was about to say, do I notice her approaching?
Yeah. She's gonna don't y'all.
Liazana's gonna turn to wave at her like, oh my gosh, Ash, come here.
She'll run up to Ash and Liazana
And Liazana's gonna give her like a big friendly hug.
Oh yeah, she'll hug back, and she'll go turn to Ashavar, give Ashavar a big friendly hug, and anyone else that wants one there.
Cassius will stand in line for one of those.
Nice. This is a big hug. Well.
If she goes in for it, I'm not going to stop her. I'm not soliciting one, but
nice. She does. She's like, oh, you.
Hi, Ash.
Oh, you changed out of your getup. Oh, is still look amazing though, of course.
Thank you.
Breatheth, you're walking. That's good.
Yeah, I'm feeling better.
Oh, thank goodness. And Liazana, she kind of takes you and pats the arms and shoulders. All right, now you're all right. Nothing bad happened out there in the asylum.
Oh, no, I think we're okay.
All right. Listen, here You're a bad group of folks. You got to be careful. Yeah, I'm glad nothing came about it. Did they seem mighty dangerous, that one there?
Oh, the one we met with?
Right.
Oh, he was a little gone.
Oh,
It's kind of sad, really.
that is.
But
Did he at least say anything? Did he get any information out of him?
sort of. We might have a lead.
Oh, that's so. Oh,
But
not the place to talk about it.
No,
Right. All right.
no.
Well, I hope you'll, let me know when we get back to the ship there. I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it.
absolutely, I will definitely catch you up. I promise.
All right. Now, after some fried butter, though, and she looks around for
Some what?
stalls.
We've got fried butter here too, and Cassius is gonna run and go get some too.
Nice.
Liaison's
Oh,
not
Cassius.
gonna know.
Yeah.
Liaison's not gonna know what y'all are talking about. Like, what are y'all talking about? What?
Come on.
You've never had
Liaison.
fried
Right,
butter.
what now?
Come on. She'll-
Very
Okay.
weird. Very weird. Once again, if there's a stall where they have those tourist drinks with the lights on them and the funny things, I want to get everybody one.
You know what? Absolutely. It's the magic equivalent of that.
Are they all filled with the equivalent of a hand grenade?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
perfect. Uh-huh. I love it.
I want to get a whole round of it, and I would insist that we all drink this right now.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
Excellent idea. Are these cups collectible?
I hope so, because why
One
would
in
they
every
do this?
island, yeah.
So we get hand grenades and fried butter. Where are we? Paradise? This is great.
Oh, beautiful. The celebration is off to a good start tonight.
Pat Ash on the shoulder and say, like,
Hmm.
I hear they have fried ice cream over there.
How to do that? We gotta try that. That's
Well, wonders
next.
never cease.
After
I'll-
the fried butter, I guess. I don't know.
you. I think you're gonna love it.
Are there any non-dairy ice cream anywhere, Dan?
Yeah, because Sinister's
Oh.
not touching.
Non-dairy ice cream.
He's not interested in ice cream anyway.
You
Oh,
do
yeah, after
find
it gets to your stomach.
that particular shop that Vic and Zia purchased a lot of breeless ingredients at has their own little stall. So there's a lot of vegan
Okay,
options
great.
here. Mhm.
Wonderful. So she'll get some ice cream from the vegan
Okay.
stall.
In case very different than the one that you had tried before.
Sure. Yeah.
But I forgot about that. But
Well, I honestly just thought I was like, hey, get some ice cream. I was like, wait a minute, ice cream usually isn't vegan, so I should probably look for something else. Mhm.
That's awesome. Right, so you scatter about, you find delicious foods and a lot of tasty things. Now, there are busy sections of this market square and other more quiet areas where there aren't really stalls set up. The lights are strung up throughout, but there's some smaller little intersections and little plazas that have a little bit of gardening in there, some trees potted in an 8x8 little bed, raised bed, and a bunch of things like that. So there's also peaceful places in case any of you just want a moment to relax or a moment with another or anything like that.
Not tonight.
Nice. Okay. So, anything in particular aside from, a general having fun that you'd all like to do in tonight's festival?
I know out of character, Zia's went and saw the Lonely Hearts Bar and the Poison Shop.
Mhm.
I would like to go in that general area if the night takes us that way.
Oh, okay. Is anyone making like the whole the beer run through here? What do you call it? I just talked about it. Well, whatever.
Pub crawl.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
the pub.
Yeah, Cassius will participate with Ashamar on this pub crawl for sure.
Nice.
just sampling everything.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. All right, so that takes you all the way around and through pretty much everything to see. That's popular here along the
Mhm.
way. Um, so if anyone wants to not, get a drink or not, do any rolls, or wants to fight getting a buzz, let me know. Otherwise, if you're drinking, you'll catch a buzz. Um, you've all earned it. You went through that crazy auction. Relith died and was resurrected. You've got the
Yeah.
ancient
Thanks for
technology.
reminding me. Jeez.
Sorry, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I don't think that Brilith will drink, but she'll probably just kind of go and hang out and
Mm.
probably just get some extra vegan ice cream. Like anytime that she passes
Mm.
the stall, she'll like get some more. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any place, would anywhere along that way would we pass like an area where there's a bunch of kids?
Um, nope. I'm gonna say
Okay.
probably not at this time of night. It's
Okay.
late
All right.
enough.
I wasn't sure how late it was. I didn't know if it was like
Gotcha.
early evening or late night.
Gotcha.
So
You'll see one here and there. Some parents are bringing their kids through. A couple of grandparents that are like maybe don't quite fit in, but they're enjoying it in their own way.
if she sees any kids, like she's going to like if she sees them like coming
Mhm.
towards, she's going to do skywrite
Okay.
and write in the sky high, and then she'll point up to it to the kids.
All right. I feel like you'll definitely see at least one kid. There's a little tiefling girl that's walking through with her parents.
Oh.
It's a beautiful purple skin with the black coating in it and dots that go down the side. And she's skipping along with her folks, and she's just struck by you at first. Like, oh yeah, you're so tall, Mom. She's so. Hi.
You want to see something really cool?
The mom's like,
No,
yes,
wait,
I do.
wait. Relith will kind of just cast skywrite and write hello and then a heart into the sky.
She's watching it get spelled. Oh, oh, thank you. Oh, they're so amazing. Oh, can you do bunnies?
Yeah.
Yes.
She can do this as a ritual, so she'll just cast
Mom.
skywrite again and
Mhm.
try to draw a bunny. And you know what? I will be fair and roll for how. God, why do I keep throwing my d20s into the floor? Okay, well that's not the best.
Mhm.
That's a
Mom,
10.
Mom, she's drawing a
So she'll
bunny.
it probably
I think.
looks a little wrong. But yeah, she'll draw a bunny and put little like whiskers on it.
Nice. Yeah, well, that's it's a little look of pity on her
Sure.
face as she says,
Sure.
"Oh, that's lovely."
Sorry, I'm not very good at drawing
That's all right.
rabbits.
It looks very much like a rabbit, but rabbits have a fluffy tail, not that. That's like a lion tail, I think.
Okay, all right.
But they're fluffy.
She'll try to fix
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh, that's so great. Thank you so much. Do you perform here?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Mom. The mom's like, "All right, dear, let's let the poor person enjoy their night." And
Well,
the mom
it
looks
was
at you like,
good to
"Thank
meet
you."
you. My name's Brilith.
Oh, it's so nice
Breathless.
to meet you too. Well, I'll see you later. And she does a little heart with her hands for you.
Oh, she'll do another heart into the sky, a big one.
Oh, his mom pulls her away.
Bye.
Nice. She waves goodbye. All right. So let's see. Ashvar, was that you?
Yeah, real
Yeah,
quick, are
uh-huh.
there any, since Breelith mentioned kids, are
Mm.
there any like poor kids that are hanging
Miss
around?
Daphne. Yeah, not throughout the entirety of the market square, but there is one sort of area of the market square where you do see some folks that some kids and some folks here and there that you know that, of course, the rustic district has suffered greatly at the hands of the wealthy here. So there are vagrants, there are folks that have unfortunately lost their jobs and homes and things like that. So they'll make their way here in hopes of some charity if they can.
Ashavar's gonna slip away for a little bit and distribute some of her coin to them.
Oh, okay.
Probably. Uh, how many people are there?
Probably in your walk through, you maybe only see like 4 or 5 this round. If you make more than one trip around, their word might get out, and there might be some more as you come back around.
Okay. She's just gonna give every person 10 silver because I feel like gold is a little flashy to be waving around.
Thank you so much for your kindness. We'll make sure that this will be put to good use, and distributed. Thank you, gentlemen. That
And
just,
she gives a little salute and
uh,
keeps.
might I
I
ask
hope,
your name? Sorry.
oh, my name's Ashavar. I'm not from here, but I knew a lot of children that were out of luck in my hometown, so just you know.
This will do well for us. Thank you. Thank you, Ashavar. Your kindness will not be forgotten.
Of course.
Head off. Probably to, go take care of some needs with that. So, full of appreciation. All right. So Sinister, you do come across those shops. So you've seen where they are. They're shut down for the night, with the festival happening, but you do know where they are in the city now. They look, maybe Zia and Vic described it with a little more grandeur than than is
Ew.
presented in front of you now. Yeah.
What is this?
They may be more like a hole in the wall kind of places. Not terrible, but yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then I guess I'll just go and try and I guess I would just go and try and play some games, maybe play some music. If
Okay.
just go around and just try to be flashy as possible.
Awesome. You are very successful in that endeavor. Playing music as the troop carries on.
Yes.
So you find that there's sort of hubs of music and liveliness, and then there'll be sort of it'll dull down. There aren't as many people. Lights are strung up, and you kind of walk through a few streets and get to the next open area that has many more things to do, games to play. A lot of people are seeming to be pretty friendly. They'll of course give you hellos and nods and be courteous for the most part, and share tales with you if you're standing at a stall together. um, as you're walking through from area to area, maybe about 2/3 of your loop, everyone's got a pretty good buzz going on that is drinking. Can I have everyone make a quick perception check for me as you're walking between a couple of the hubs?
Oh, sad.
Oh,
17 for Cassius.
okay.
Oh, my bad. 15.
Ah, okay.
Actually, I'm going to use lucky and re-roll that and get a new d20
Oh.
because that wins. Crap.
19 for Liazana.
Okay.
7.
It's an 18 total.
I
Okay.
got 9. I'm not paying attention at all.
Mm,
You're paying a little bit more attention than Ashavar, though.
Okay.
nice. All right. Did anyone get? So there was at least one person that got an 18, and that was
Uh,
Rila and Liazana.
I got a 19.
19. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I should probably roll for. Actually, yeah. Would anyone have said anything if Zia and Vic started kind of going off in a different direction a little earlier in this?
Probably
No.
not.
No. Okay.
Probably
No.
not.
All right.
No.
Brilith would have
Not-
smiled to herself.
Not at all. Yeah,
Probably
not
not.
at
Nice.
all.
They
And
got
been
their
like,
own thing going
No.
on.
Mhm. I helped make that happen, is what she's thinking.
That's amazing.
She'll like nod, and like if she sees someone else see them, like she'll like nod to them and be like,
That's
That
Not
was
of
fantastic.
me.
approval.
That was totally me.
I made that. Yeah.
mm.
Beautiful.
Give you a finger guns.
Pew pew. So Zia, I know she's not here tonight, but in case she watches this, you would have noticed that Vic, oddly, there's a lot of excitement in him being able to come here in general with Zia, and just again in general. But he would have found himself a bit distracted. She probably would have noticed. I guess if you all don't mind doing a separate perception check outside of what's happening here, just to see if any of you would have picked up on
Okay.
this too.
Tries to remember more than one number.
Mhm.
Okay.
What is
Cassius
my
got a
inspiration?
15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
Go
did
for it.
I win the inspiration?
I-
Oh, you know what? I don't know if it's.
I did.
Oh.
I got a 10, 15.
Oh, she got a 1099.
I got
Tiana
1099.
got
Mm.
1099.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I got 10, 13.
Oh. Okay. Do you want?
You know what? I'm just gonna stick with my roll. Never mind.
Okay. Cool.
I'm not even gonna have my perception. I only rolled a 3.
No, nice. Okay. Anyone? Well, so Zia
I got a
has
15.
Okay.
23 for
Oh
Brila.
my gosh! Of course. Ashavar, what was yours?
14.
Okay. Yeah. So just Breelith would have noticed Vic being a little distracted. It's almost as though he's scanning the crowds, like he's maybe looking for someone or something. He seemed kind of scanning every so often and trying, still being engaging with Zia, but like just a bit distracted, kind of scanning faces and looking around. And at one point, the two of them would have headed off in a different direction.
Brila would have said something to maybe Liazana. probably.
Oh, okay.
And she'll kind of like nod towards Vic and Zia. Vic's, watch him. He looks like that he's looking for something.
Really?
Like he's looking around a lot. Usually, I'm only noticed because usually when he's talking to Zia, he's like all eyes on her. Look, he's just kind of looking around, and I wonder, do you know of a reason that he would be worried about something, or?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know if he would be worried about recent event.
If she would see them kind of like starting to head off on their own, Dan,
Mm-hmm.
Brilith noticing this probably would have been like, hey, Zia, Vic, you guys okay? We're gonna go over this way. Are you
Sorry, Dan multitasking. So you're asking Zia?
Yeah, no, she's asking Zia and Vic.
Scary.
Like she called out
Okay.
to Zia and Vic, and my camera's a little fuzzy.
Oh,
And just
no.
just like Brilith, it's fine.
Okay.
And she would have called out to them and been like, just, hey, we're going over this way. Like if when she would have noticed that they were kind of
okay.
like veering off a bit. Are you guys okay?
We're okay. Yeah, we have something to over here look at. Here, Zia says.
Okay.
It's
If
like,
you need anything, just say,
yes. Breathe it.
Good job, Dan. It's so good.
That was a good Zia.
Nice. Neat. So the two of them head off their direction. And all right, let's fix that. Okay. So returning now to the moment. Relith and Liazana. So it's not dark by any means. These streets are all lit with these beautiful lights strung up along the buildings. In front of tents and such. However, this is one of those lulled areas. And as you're walking to sort of a T intersection, You can hear the hubbub down like half a block to the left. You hear some footfalls, the two of you first, as a person turns around the block from the left and kind of faces you. A little bit hard to make out most of their form. There's a string of lights across just behind them where they're standing. So the light, beautiful outline, of course, but their face gets a little darkened. And they walk up to all of you, maybe only like 6 or 7 feet away, and lift up their hat, and they seem to be sort of a blue, very light blue, pale blue to their skin tone. Eyes are a little off-putting, a little bit bloodshot. They have a nose that almost looks like someone's pinched their nose and held it up, upturned nose. Gentleman maybe looks like, if you were human, maybe mid-40s. Kind of greasy hair behind the hat, hanging down a little bit over his shoulders. Looks human-esque. Seems to have some labored breathing as he speaks. Hello, good evening, patrons. What brings you all here tonight? Are you having a good time, enjoying yourselves?
Liazana's gonna move a little closer to Breelith and say, yes. Are you okay?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. Just find myself a bit thirsty. Affects my throat a bit. I'm on my way to get a drink. I'm sorry. I am. And he kind of takes a step and a half a little closer and leans in a bit to Liazana. So he's like 3 feet away. I feel like have we met to
This going to link her arm into Liazana's.
Mm-hmm.
Is there possibly any torches or candles nearby?
There's a number of lights strung along the side of the street, but they're maybe like 10 feet away on your left. No torches, though.
Dan. I am going to I'm going to initiate Eyes of the Grave, which is a feature of Breelith. The ability to sense presence of the undead whose existence is an okay, whatever. As an action, you can open your awareness to magically detect undead until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any undead within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover and that isn't protected from divination magic. It doesn't tell you about the creature's capabilities or identity.
Okay. Have you do you feel Breelith would have ever used this before successfully? The spell's gonna work normally.
I doubt it because there's probably not been a need to studying in your house.
Did you not do it at the graveyard at Atmos?
I think I did detect maybe evil and good. Oh, did I?
Oh,
yeah. I don't remember. Okay.
When we were in the tombs.
Okay. Okay, I believe you. Yeah. Okay.
So it's a little bit darker here again. You've got the strings of lights and everything else. You cast this spell, and you're almost blinded by this radiant light that emanates off of this person as you cast it. Rubbing his throat.
Breelith's going to mental message the group in their link. There's something off about him. Might be undead. And Breelith's going to kind of tug Liazana back just a step
Oh, don't be afraid. I feel that we've met somewhere.
Cassius is gonna nod at Lupin, and he's gonna like have Lupin kind of like go through the crowd, but like go behind them.
Mm.
Ashavar's
yeah.
also gonna edge behind the throat dude.
I'm gonna actually
Ah.
go closer to him, maybe to get behind him.
Okay. All right. So let me see. As everyone's communicating and setting this up, let me try and this. Yeah. He is speaking as you're doing that. Keeping an eye. I think he might do something as he sees Sinister try and walk around behind him and Lupin. But the lower district, yes, yes, that's you. It's all three of you. Well, time for something to drink. And I am going to ask everyone, as you are sort of still in front of him, ready to move, to roll a quick initiative. As two fangs
Oh my
pop out.
goodness!
Oh, he's a vampire. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, did you not pick that?
On
That
that.
hurts. I'm thirsty.
Had
Yeah,
a
he
boulder,
waits till
had
we're
a
in the
Voldemorty
alley
look.
somewhere.
Neat.
For once, I actually rolled a good initiative.
Oh, score. All right.
22.
Oh my, that is good.
11. Where's my combo?
All right, let me get you all in here. Sorry, Liazana, you had 22. Ashavar, 11.
11.
Okay.
13.
13 for Sinister. Okay. Cassius.
3.
Okay. Brilith.
Wow.
12.
We roll for Zia in Fantasy Grounds. Oh, jeez. I pulled a step. I rolled the die and
Oh, it just went. Yep. Yep.
It's been crazy. Let me try that again and get it in the chat box this time. All right. Zia ended up with what? A 16. Okay. And we're just going to quickly. Okay.
Great.
So,
Wow.
I have everyone as close as you can be to the configuration without bypassing that. I'm going to put a
I was trying to be behind him.
Yeah, he did this seeing you trying to, he wasn't going to let anyone get behind him.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Was Lupin able to get behind him or no?
No, seeing Lupin and Sinister come up, he is jumped the gun.
Okay.
But almost everyone's going before him, so let me see if I can find a quick. So I really have to get you a character sheet for your for Lupin.
Not all my spells. I keep forgetting.
He just has the simple. If you can look up the Steel Defender stat block, that's all. That's his stat block.
Oh, okay.
And my intelligence modifier is +5. So for any of his moves and stuff.
Okay. I am putting a wolf here that I think you should be able to move.
Oh, I'm not in Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, it'll be there, and I can move it around for
Okay.
you. Sorry. Okay. So, Lizana, you end up here first. He kicks his head back, cloak drops, and more of that greasy hair kind of falls out. Pulls
Oh,
the cloak
jeez.
aside and has a great sword that he puts his hand on the pommel of.
She's going to cast poison spray, which he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And I've forgotten my DC. 1 second.
Constitution saving throw. A 19.
Oh, he definitely beat it. Okay.
Okay.
It negates it.
Licks his lips. So gross.
This is gross.
This is gross.
Oh, Dan
He
doing a
is
good
gross.
job.
Thanks.
You have to convey that to us. He's gross.
Yes, he is gross.
Then she's going to do an action surge, and she's going to swing her short sword at him.
Ooh, get him.
Maybe
Uh,
19.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. Why am I never ready to roll damage? That is my bad.
It's probably on me because I love the role play so much. We do so much. I try
It's like you
okay.
roll initiative. I'm gonna wait till I actually get damage to pull out my dice. That's a 6 piercing damage.
Ah, okay, nice. Let's see. Ooh, is it a magical weapon?
It's not a magical weapon.
Okay. Seems to do not quite as much piercing damage as you were expecting. Doesn't quite pierce as much. Rubs the wound, and, like in a weird, like nipple rubbing way. Like,
Oh
Ew,
no!
you gross ass vampire, you.
oh, it's gross. Okay.
Okay.
Anything, anything else for Lizana? Wait, do you have second attack at level 5?
I do have extra attack.
Mm.
I wasn't sure if I could do that. Oh, I did take an attack action, but I don't really have.
Well, this
have
was an
magical
attack
weapons.
action with a sword.
Well, action surge goes against her. What is?
Well, so I did a cantrip, and then I
Uh-huh.
did action surge to get a second action
Action,
on my
mhm.
turn, and I took an attack action. So I could do extra attack, but if
Yeah.
he's resistant,
Oh, gotcha.
I don't have anything to do.
I mean, it did do some damage. It did. It wasn't. He's not
Yeah,
impervious.
chip damage is better than no damage.
Mm,
Yeah.
mhm,
That's
mhm.
fair. Okay, she'll do extra attack then. She'll just try to swing her short sword again.
Nice.
Anything? That's a nat 20.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
26.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that automatically hits. And don't forget, you can either roll twice the damage die, or you can take the die roll of the normal one and double it, whichever you prefer.
Ooh, that's high damage. If I take the one and double it, so that's 16 piercing.
Nice. Okay, so that's the total, right? If
That's
okay.
the total.
All right,
yeah.
so take 8 though. That's great. Rubs at the clothes a bit.
Ew.
Creepy. She is totally put off by this guy.
Perfect. Oh, good. I can't wait
Just
to
the
be
fact
done
that-
with this.
Just the fact
vampire.
that he's in her
Oh.
face. This is making her very uncomfortable. She's done.
Okay. All right, that brings up Zia. I'm so sorry, Zia. I really don't know what you do too much. Rogue, I can do some of that. Oh my goodness. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Why do I have Zia in here? She's not here. Bummer,
She's not
because she has
here.
that sweet sword. I'm like, yeah, she's got that sword.
No.
Anyway, Sinister, you are up. Breatheth, you're on deck.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm sorry. Super quickly, may I have Liazana and Sinister each roll a fresh perception check? This is going to be out normally in action, but not for this. So it's just a free action for each of you. I'm going to have everyone do it as their turn starts.
21.
19.
Ooh. You both, you're focused on this individual, of course, but you also hear, could have sworn you heard like someone running nearby, like something on a rooftop. You land with your periphery, you kind of look, you don't see anything there, but you could have sworn you caught just some movement out of the corner of your eye. And
Right.
that's up to brings us to Sinister.
All right. So, how am I gonna do this? All right. I'm going to use fairy fire on him. I can do that once a
Ooh.
day.
Okay.
So all you see is like a glitter bomb just went off on the front of him, a purple glitter.
He's gonna
Take that.
Oh. Oh.
Okay. And then I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Nice.
No. Okay, wait. So all attacks got advantage on him. Should I just hit him? I'm gonna try it. I don't get to do melee often, so I think
Nice.
this would be a good time to try and hit him.
Oh,
with my,
right. So the gosh, what is it? The fairy fire. Is that a spell? Is that an action though? If that's an action, that'll be.
Oh, it's a once a day spell for me, so I don't know. Yeah,
Nope.
it's a once a day.
Oh, does it say as an action though? Because you might.
Hold on.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think it might be. Unfortunately, let me take a peek with you here. Because that's from your brow magic, right? Once a day, you can cast.
Yeah, it's casting is one action.
Okay.
All right.
But you still have a bonus in movement. And right, so this purple glitter goes up and is taken aback a bit, but it starts to become red and glompy. It still has the same effect, but it's just his nature has done something to it, making it red and glompy all over his skin.
Oh gosh.
I think you need. Can we get you like an analgesic, or?
I mean,
nice.
That's disgusting. I don't know anything. Well, that's all I can do. I'm just gonna, if I can move. I want to try. Well, he's good. That's gonna. If I move to the side of him, is that gonna provoke an attack?
No, because you can stay right in his range and not leave the melee range. As long as you're not.
I want to. I want to kind of get on the other side of Lupin, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know why this does not work for me.
Oh, hang on. I think it's there. You go. It's did that stupid locking thing again.
Yeah.
Should work now.
Stupid.
There. I just want to kind of get. I kind of want to be. Well, I can't be in the same space as Lupin, but I'll get right here.
Okay.
To him. So I can be kind of flanking flanking somebody.
All right. Nice. Yep. All right. That in fact moves us over to Breelith, with whom you're flanking now. So Breelith, you're up. Ashabar, you're next. Breelith, make a quick free action perception check if you would.
Okay. Oh, it's a natural one, so nothing.
Nope. Yeah, attention's on this dude.
So Breelith is going to, with a very worried look, is going to cast for the first time Spirit Guardians. And so that will be within 15 feet centered on her. She's going to, of course, exclude all of our people. And just, so she just has to say who is going to exclude. So excluding all of our people. And it's going to look like just a bunch of little like forest animals like running around. And so the next time that it let's see here, so the affected creature, which is the vampire warrior, it's halved in the area, so within around 5 feet of Breelith, because it's 15 feet altogether.
Okay.
Yeah. And the first time that the affected start the turn there, they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Nice. Okay. So he sees you beginning to cast a spell, and you may feel a little put off as he leans into your space as you're casting the spell, and kind of, you smell divine.
Yeah.
That's sweet. And as you finish casting the spell, spell's ready.
So just be like,
anything else for Breelith?
No, that's it, Dan. Thanks for the creep factor.
You're welcome.
Appreciated.
It comes naturally.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ashafar, you are up. It's going to be Vampire and then Cassius after that. Ashafar, can you make a free action perception check, please?
Yes. That will be a 7.
Okay. Yep. Now it's attention's on this guy.
Okay. So I am going to. Oh, freaking heck. All right, it's epic, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force on
Mm.
Vampire Dude,
Okay.
and I'm
Oh.
gonna craft an illusion
Hmm.
of a really, really pretty, really magic using lady behind him.
Nice.
Um, and I'm gonna burn a sorcery point to use still spell, so I don't use verbal or somatic components.
Nice. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So for him, he has to make an intelligence saving throw
All right.
of 15.
So he rolls a 12, but chooses to succeed. That's
What?
3 times a day.
Well, in that case, I'm
Can
gonna
I be
use
a
my
vampire?
astral shard to bamf behind him.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes.
He
There
sees
we
it.
go.
Oh. Hmm. Perfect. Out of his sight. Still plenty to. Still-
You,
should.
sir, are not as debonair as you think you are.
Oh, that's awesome.
I guess that's my turn.
Okay, so it's Vampire's turn. Then Cassius will be up.
With some saving throw.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, there we go. Let's see. Rolls a 12, but chooses to succeed.
F you, Dan.
God damn this guy.
Saving
Eh,
throws. No.
but that's 2. That's yeah.
Oh,
So
it still gets damage though.
okay.
Let me pull that up again
Hmm.
and probably roll. Sorry, I was just exclaiming in chat how much I want a vampiric furbolg now.
For real.
You
You might get your wish.
Specifically Grilla.
it'd be great. It'd be great. It'd be such a oh my god. Okay, anyways, Stephanie, concentrate. Okay, so this is radiant damage. So yeah, it will take half. The 3, I should have gotten this ready, but I just was not even thinking. 3d8. Why is it always the ones that you want to find are the ones that you have to dig to the bottom of your dice tray for?
It's the Lego
The
rule.
best.
Okay. All right. Oof. Okay. So 6 radiant damage, Dan.
Ooh, radiant damage. Nice.
Mhm.
All right, let's see. Do we have a susceptibility? Okay. That. Oh, what bit me? It leans down and like caresses his leg. Oh, oh no, that's one. No, no, I do the biting. And looks around at everyone. You know what? We'll just do a roll of dice. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, okay. And cranes his head and turns around to sit a stare.
Okay, let's go.
Nice. Is going to let's see. Can do okay, 2 of those and 1 of those. Okay. First, let's smell your blood. Yes, let's see if it's worthy. And draws the great sword from the hilt and goes to swing down at you, attempting to hit you with its great sword attack. Where is this? Oh, there it is. Okay. To 19 to hit. Sinister,
Yeah.
have anything for?
Oof.
Okay.
Yeah. It is.
Okay. And this one is a kind of good roll. So it does 13 points of slashing damage. As it comes down from across the collarbone and down through the center of the chest. And you feel that the warmth of that blood seep in a little bit into your clothing.
I'll just lick it and say,
Leans in. Yeah, nice.
it's been a while. I can be creepy too.
That's awesome.
It's been a while.
Ah.
Since you've been gone.
Right.
Then let's revel together. And goes to
All
cut across again with another great sword attack.
Okay. Let's go.
Cheese and rice, this guy.
18?
Yeah.
Did you have anything? Okay.
I don't have anything to stop it.
Gotcha.
That
Okay.
sucks.
8 points of slashing damage. Really, it goes across, the belly now.
All right. I can't put my, how much was it? Was
Oh, it's automatically adding it in Fantasy Grounds
Okay.
because I'm
Okay.
just direct rolling on you. So you currently have a wound of 21, so 11 hit points is what you're at currently.
woo! Look at me go.
You tease me. I must, and goes in to bite you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of black.
Is that a spell?
It is.
No, it's
not.
physical. Okay.
But how would you like to dodge this? Because he misses.
Okay. I would just kind of like dance out of his way and try to kick him.
I do love to. Boy, but
Olay,
bitch. And that's all that they can do. So Cassius, you are up. Liazana will be next. Cassius, can you also make a free action perception check?
Cassius got a 21 on his perception check this time.
Same thing for you. Now, a little further along than everyone else saw, sort of diagonally behind this other vampire to the left. It's though you caught in your peripheral vision movement off the roof and down onto like a barrel or something, street side, behind all the lights. It's hard to see back there. But you kind of focus on it for a second, nothing there. You almost heard the sound and could have sworn you saw something.
Okay. As a free action, can I let the group know what I'm doing via the mind link?
Absolutely.
Hey, be careful. I saw something move in the shadows over there. There could be more of them. That's what Cassius will say to the group. And then what he will do, I have to look at it on Twitch. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Make sure I'm looking at it. So Cassius is actually going to he's gonna get right in front of the vampire next to Lupin.
Okay. Right here. This is next to Lupin, but if you wanted Lupin in a different spot, I can move. Oh, hang on. I can move Lupin, have move. Oh no, I guess he doesn't have his turn yet. So is this where you want to move right here? Or would you rather?
Actually, could I move to the side of that vampire?
Absolutely.
Okay.
To flank here with
not
Liaison?
to leave his influence though. He's gonna stay like in his area.
Okay. You move over
Dan,
there.
when you hit me, did I need to roll a Constitution to see if I'm holding on to that fairy fire?
Oh, it is a concentration, right? Yeah, please, if you would. I guess
Is it
twice
what,
because
Constitution?
Constitution saving throws. If you have a bonus to that, make sure you add it. And
Okay.
it's half the damage or higher, or 10 or higher if the damage was less than 10. So I think the second one was a damage of 11. So still, either way, it just has to be a 10 or higher. Excuse me.
I did not on the second one.
Okay. As he bites, it's just enough blood coming out, and you dodge it carefully, but at the cost of the spell, and it plops off, disappears as the spell fades.
Gross.
Great.
Nice. And Lean comes back. Cassius, you run around to the other side now, flanking with Liazana. What did you want to do?
As a bonus action, Cassius is gonna cast a branding smite onto his rapier. So the next time he hits with the weapon, it does an additional let me see, does an additional 2d8. Oh no, my fault, 2d6.
Okay, sweet.
So and then since I have advantage with Liaison, I can roll at advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
We're flanking.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 28 to hit.
That'll hit, yeah.
Let's see. Ooh, max damage on that. That's 14 points piercing damage, but his weapon is magical.
Nice.
Oh, and then I get to roll my branding smite damage as well for that hit. So okay, so that is an additional 8 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, nice.
And this is the target becomes visible if invisible, and the target sheds a dim light 5-foot radius and can't become invisible until the spell ends. If they want it to become invisible.
All right. They now have a glow, Edward glow to them.
Gross.
And then Cassius is gonna attack him again with his second attack.
Yes, nice.
28 again.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So this time it does 10 damage.
Okay. And what would you like those two beautiful attacks to look like?
So Cassius is gonna kind of like loop around the vampire and like dig in for the first rapier strike. Since it did max damage, he's gonna twist it a little bit, and then he's gonna take it back out and then like insert it again. It's not gonna hit as hard as the second one, but he's gonna keep digging it into the vampire.
Nice.
And with the branding smite, it'll kind of look like a shining light coming off of the blade and kind of exploding into the vampire.
Sweet.
And what Lupin will do is he is actually going to go he's gonna move. He's actually gonna stay right there so he can help defend the two that are right there. So he's gonna stay right there for right now.
Gotcha. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah, and that'll end Lupin's turn.
All right then. Whew. So a lot going on here in this first round. So something that anyone that's nearby, Ash, you're a little further away, but for everyone like right around, you see the wound's starting to heal a little bit. Doesn't happen till his turn, but you can see he has some regenerative effects. But now glowing, there's a glow that really highlights the bloodshot nature of his eyes. Like it's like the eyes are glowing, the skin's glowing, and it's just a sickly color. As he kind of looks around at everyone here. Who's blood next? Licks his lips. As he's saying that, let me do a roll and see if this is happening here or not. Okay.
That sounded cool.
Hopefully. Here we go. We'll just do that. Boop. Oh my gosh. Oh, right. Use this. Okay. Seemingly almost out of nowhere. Let's see. Who rolled high enough? I think Rila didn't. It was Liazana had a perception check. Sinister, I think, got hers high enough to see something earlier. And Cassius notice just in the last moments, only because you caught the sounds before, a person almost as though they are the wind. Just you've seen Guardian do something like this with smoke, but this person doesn't necessarily use smoke. It's almost like a mist appears next to this person, and in the next moment, it's nothing but intense, bright, flashing, shining light that you have to guard your eyes against. This is some sort of sunlight spell or radiant magic. that as it takes just a second or two for you to be able to see, and you're looking at like lines and creases and cracks in this vampire's body, light pouring even further out than Cassius's spell from whatever's happening, before the vampire like scanners just head
Ugh.
explodes, body drops. And then this person kneels down. There's an individual kneels down, puts their hand on this vampire. It just does this again and completely eradicates the body into dust.
Yeah.
They stand up.
I'm gonna say he had that coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh,
They turn. They scan everyone, and it looks as though they're gonna say something, but they're really just giving like this really deep gaze at looking around at everyone scanning.
I'm just like, give me some more wine, please. Ugh.
thank you.
Ugh.
They go to speak, and elsewhere in the town, someone has to pee real bad.
Yeah,
So
I
we're gonna
knew
take
it.
our
Yeah.
bio break there.
Just waiting for it.
Awesome. For anyone that's new here tonight, first, thank you, Raiders that have come in and you're hanging out with us. We super
Hey
appreciate it.
guys.
We take a 10-minute bio break, so I'm going to put our BRB screen up. We'll keep our audio hot so you can chill and chat with us. I'm going to throw our schedule up too, since there's plenty of new folks, just so you can get a glimpse at some of the other awesomeness we have on the channel. Otherwise, we'll catch you in about 10 minutes. Right? Get you all soon. Yes, for our new folks, this is our schedule. We have a lot of D&D across the week, mostly in that 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern time slot. This Wednesday campaign you see here, the Penumbra Assembly, is a new campaign. It's actually starting not this upcoming week, but the week after, the 12th. Yes, the 12th of May.
12th, yes.
The bullet. Tuesdays we have Dungeon Craft with Steph and Vic, very own Steph here, and Vic get together and they paint minis and do tile work and have all sorts of fun. And it's
Yes.
definitely, it's an experience, a beautiful experience. So I recommend checking it out. Steph draws beautiful fan art from across the campaigns on Fridays, noon to 3. Matter with Steph. If you want to be able to put requests in for different moments across the campaigns, consider joining your Discord. It's really awesome. It's a fun place, inclusive and supportive and wonderful. Anyway, but getting to vote on fan art is a beautiful perk. We have a 6 to 9 D&D stream on Saturday, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern as well. And then Sundays 2 to 5, we've got we're bringing Madbird Plays board games back with a new slightly new format. I can't say more than that yet because we don't have all the details hammered out, but that will be up. And with that, I'll put our actual BRB screen up. I'm going to go use the bathroom. But chat with us, chat if any of the new folks or our regular delightful folks. Everyone's so wonderful in chat tonight. Thank you. Maybe you all have any questions for us or anything else, hit us up. We're happy to chat and answer. All right. I'm going to go use the bathroom. Excuse me. I'm back.
Me too.
Ooh,
The owl is
exciting.
back.
Who? Just kidding.
He's huge.
Oh.
It's scary. He's like, woof.
Awesome. Oh, jeez.
Wow.
I am Owl. Hear me roar. No. This is all wrong.
It's like a mini plane when
Or
you
is
see
it
him.
all right?
He's big. He,
Mm.
she, whatever is
Mhm.
huge.
Oh my gosh. It's
I saw a 2020 where a man was gonna go to, they thought he killed his wife. He was about to
Mhm.
go away, and one forensic guy was like, you know what? I've seen these ones before. It ended up being an owl. Owl attacked her,
No.
knocked her off the back porch, smashed into her head, and clawed her up.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Goodness.
When owls
Yep.
attack.
When owls attack.
Ooh.
She had got a new haircut, and
Oh, it was the hair.
Yo.
It couldn't keep its hands off of her.
Mm-hmm.
right. And what was wild about the story is that somebody died on his property before, so they thought,
Ooh.
okay, two people.
Mhm.
This can't be a coincidence.
It's the owl. The owl killed that one too.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. He's trained the owl well.
Oh my
Just
goodness.
kidding.
Oh
That's
yeah,
scary.
yeah. Yes, the owl did it
It was
What?
the owl.
of its own accord.
Oh, it's
Can you
scary.
imagine the force it would take to knock you like
Oh
that?
my gosh.
Jesus. Yeah.
Hard
It was
pass.
wild. He was gonna go away for a while too.
Oh damn. Oh, that's gotta suck too. Like, I'm glad that
So
they got that beforehand. Then, jeez.
Dateline 2020 has put the fear of God of owls in me.
Nice.
I would
Steer
imagine
clear.
so.
I've
No
seen,
owls.
yeah, some bigger birds of prey. You know, I've seen clips where they'll swoop down and grab a child or something. Someone will
Yeah.
go running after and save the kid. I'm like, yo, no.
Those birds of prey do not play games at all,
Yeah.
Right?
especially if
They
they're
don't
No.
care.
big. There was like a documentary that I saw about two harpy eagles that they let loose on like this island of howler monkeys.
Oh,
It was like a fucking horror movie. Yeah.
No.
Because like the howler monkeys would be able to keep them at bay with the howls, but they can't howl forever.
They
You know what
can't
I
howl
mean?
forever.
They can't howl forever.
No.
Oh,
I was
that
like,
is
oh my
dark.
god. Oh my god, what am I watching? And the harpies are like going in the trees and like oh my god, it's so bad. Poor monkeys.
Oh no.
And harpy eagles are huge.
We have Monkey Island over here, and you can see it from a ship and stuff. And people used to like throw things over there from the ship and watch the monkeys fight. And I don't know why they still have the monkeys, because they shouldn't be experimenting on them. But I think they just, after a while, just multiplied and took over. That nobody goes on that island at all. But
Yeah.
you can clearly see them.
Yeah. Now, what type of monkeys are they? Are they like chimps?
They're various different monkeys.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah.
If it was like chimps, I'd quarantine that island. Chimps are so destructive. Oh my gosh.
They have fights.
They're so mean. like oh no.
Monkeys do not play.
I think some of my favorite stories to hear are like people who keep chimpanzees as pets, and then there's like the one time that they get turned on, their face gets fucking ripped off. It's
Yes.
like, you know what it can do. Like why do you have it in the house with
Yeah.
you? You didn't have a chimpanzee to begin with. Like what are you doing?
Gosh.
Like the lady who had her friend over, and her friend was like, "Oh no, you should have this monkey," and they're having wine. I'm like, "Why did you give the chimpanzee wine? Why are you guys
Yes.
drinking?" And then she
Like-
ripped her face off.
Yep. And she's like, you
Jeez.
think it would chill the chimp out, but nope.
That was go juice. That was go time. Let's go.
This is alcohol. I like it. I'm gonna rip your face off.
Why you talking smack?
That's my
She's-
response to alcohol. Sure. Yeah.
Nice.
He was like, she's like, you shouldn't have this monkey, and then she gets her face ripped off. It's like,
Yeah,
Oopsie.
yeah, yeah. Isn't that messed up? She's like, damn, that's you shouldn't have that monkey. And then she was found out why, but she found out why herself. You know, the owner didn't find out. So messed
Yeah.
up.
All
Oh man.
right, I'm gonna pull our BRB screen back down here. I think
Mhm.
most of us are here. Nice. Wait, I'll just wait for. We can still chat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's wait for Sarah.
Monkey's owl fight. Monkey versus owl. That'd be like the next Godzilla. King
Oh,
Kong.
the owl would win. Or actually, it would depend on the monkey. If it was like a chimp, then maybe it has a chance. But if it's like a monkey, nah.
No.
The owl's gonna kill that monkey. It's gonna be so bad.
I mean, they got claws. I mean, their claws are huge.
Yeah.
I
And then they can fly, so like they have the advantage.
mean, and they fly fast too. They fly fast.
And they're quiet. They're like
Yes.
they're like little stealth bombers. You can't hear anything.
Ugh.
No, you could like when that owl was outside. I felt it like over, but I could like see the wingspan of it in the shadows. I'm like, oh, let me get this trash. Let me get the trash back in.
And monkeys aren't nocturnal, so like
No.
that the owls are gonna get them at night. He's gonna be like the boogeyman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go bring the trash out.
I don't think so.
I don't want to get snatched up, Mom.
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
Then in the morning, I think.
Yeah.
The monkeys could never be outside at night.
Jeez.
That's why they'd have to go inside.
Neat. Well, I guess
No
I'll get
monkey
us
safe.
fired back up here. All right. Oh, right. That's where we were. So,
Mhm.
this individual still like standing up from their knee. Takes a deep breath, scans around everyone.
Thank you.
Of course. You all safe then? Oh, you have wounds. And they'll walk
You
over
took care.
towards then. Mm-hmm.
You took care of that vampire very handedly. What was that? What spell was that?
Oh, a bit of daylight magic comes in handy. Sure, you would have taken care of the creature, perhaps not.
Maybe would have.
Healing then. They'll hold a hand out to
I'm gonna-
Sinister.
I was gonna say I was gonna cast a healing word,
Okay.
but go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, of course. And they'll heal you for 18 hit points.
Oh, that's not bad. All right. Thank you, my dear. I'm in your debt. And he's just gonna hold her hand a little, hold her hand and say, who are you? Thank you.
My name is Eden. I've been following the vampire that's been following all of you since you left your ship.
He's been
Oh.
following us since we left our ship.
Yes, this one has been pulled up in the lower ward for some time, a building out there. I don't know if you came across him at the asylum, perhaps?
I don't think so.
No.
How did you know that we went to the asylum?
Oh, I know that he was there. I wasn't sure if you...
Oh.
I've been tracking him. Unfortunately, I can't enter a building without permission, and it's a bit difficult to gain access when no one there knows me, or no good reason to step inside. But, since he left, took up
Why
the hunt.
can't you? Just because of manners, you can't enter a building without permission?
Yeah, that's a strange thing.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be quiet, let her, she's beautiful.
Nice. She'll turn and take a half step back in an attempt to be disarming. And a little bit. I mean, she still doesn't care that much, but being polite takes half a step
She's
back.
already disarming.
Nice, nice. And shows two fangs. A little more sharp and jagged. The two teeth on either side of each fang are also a bit pointy, a little more menacing than the vampire that you just encountered.
You hunt your own kind?
These, she spits down at the dust and ash. We may be kin to some degree, but I don't feed on innocence and make people suffer. Put an end to those that most vampires follow the evil path in this life.
Good enough for me. And Cassius will put his rapier away.
Your I have some.
Because you had the drop on us, and you could have attacked us if you wanted to already. So that's why
Was
I'm
that
not
you
too
running
concerned.
about up above us? Or were there others?
Quite perceptive. Yes. That was me.
Yeah, I noticed you in the alleyway behind where we were fighting.
You are
I mean,
very
not
capable.
completely, but I saw you a little bit.
Well, I do have some skill in that regard, so it does speak to your competence and skill that you were able to spy me. A little bit of a cracks a little bit of a smile. Yes, I picked up his scent at the docks. All disembarked, he followed, and I waited for, hoping to find a location like this to take him out before he attacked all of you, but the opportunity did not present.
Has he attacked others before that you know of?
Many. I hunted him through. I've been here on Staffney for some weeks, 7 or 8. First week or two, I found his nest and sought him out, but he found refuge in the asylum. Rather strict. Anyway, to get in there, access to the asylum. I'm in many places here. I don't have any. I'm an unknown. No connections. And no, it was a bit difficult.
What are you doing right now? Or do you live here? Or are you from somewhere else?
Oh, I've lived many places. Many places. I do not live here.
You and us both, sister.
I'm looking to leave Staffney next. I'll continue my work in other cities.
And your work is just hunting vampires, or do you do other things?
Oh, I'm like to think that in my downtime I have some semblance of a life of my own, but it's been quite some time since I've traveled with anyone and forged those types of friendships. I am an expert brew maker, an expert sailor, expert gunner.
Say an expert brew maker?
Yes, a brew maker.
Oh, brew maker.
craft.
Okay.
Yes, I'm decent in the kitchen.
Broom.
Nice, nice.
I was like,
Look at this fine
and
broom.
Cassius and Sinister are both like, oh. I was like, am I missing something?
You know how much we love brooms.
Yeah, this whole
We
thing's been a
have-
sales pitch, and including this line of brooms.
The
that
poop
I-
deck gets real dirty.
Yeah.
And a solid
I like
broom.
the angled ones.
Yeah,
you
would
know the
help.
ones.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
carry on, carry on.
I have many talents, but certainly being a tracker is among the best.
Do you like music?
I do. Yes.
Oh, good.
And
You're
you're
in
looking
luck.
for a way off of this island.
Mm. Yes, indeed.
Hmm?
Do you have room on your ship, perhaps?
Cassius will mind link with everybody and be like, "Look, she could have killed us. And
I want her so bad.
she killed that vampire pretty fast. That's all
You
I'm
got
saying.
me. You got me. I want her. I'm trying to play
And
cool.
for everyone with sore bodies, Guardian will finally have somebody to spar. Do you see how fast she was moving?
I
That was
I feel
booking.
like this is
Nice.
an
I get
episode
beat
of
up by
Betrayal.
Guardian all the time. It hurts.
It does.
Nice.
It really does.
It
Too
hurts a
rough.
lot.
Too rough.
Guardian's
Well,
relentless.
I don't because I don't spar.
Brilith will ask out loud, can we trust you?
Well, I believe trust is something that needs to be earned, but I will not harm any of you. I can either pay or, as I said, I'm an expert sailor and gunner. If you have need for either on your ship, I can earn my keep that way.
Do we have a gunner?
We do
I don't think
actually.
have a
We need
gunner.
someone.
We have one gunner.
Mm.
We need
Technically
some
two.
gunners.
We need some gunners.
Yeah.
Especially with the precious cargo that we have.
Us.
Yes.
Yes.
The friends we made along the way.
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
Most importantly, us.
Eden, do you have a problem with ghosts or ghost cats?
Well, the latter sounds quite adorable. But no,
It
no
is.
trouble with
Charles and
those.
Charlie are the best. You will love them.
Great,
Oh, you're
great
familiar with a
set
ghost?
of ghosts.
Oh, incredible.
You know, as long as you don't banish them,
No.
we're fine. They're cool.
Or
We have plenty of dark spaces too. I don't know what your sunlight sensitivity is looking like. Since
Probably
we-
similar
we-
to mine.
we
It
will
is-
be in the sky a lot, and the sun is everywhere. So
It's annoying, the sun. I'm not gonna lie. It gives me such headaches. It gives me eye
Yeah.
strain. It makes
Mm.
me cranky. It's bad for my skin. I would love to have someone that has well can keep me up at night or
Nice.
well can stay up with me.
oh,
Ooh.
I just
oh,
Yes.
This
Yes.
is going places.
Yeah, you can obviously see that Sinister is probably like really like at probably taken with her.
been too long for Sinister.
So things you'll notice aside from the image here, which covers most of her description. She stands at 5'11", is fairly athletic, a little bit built, and has not pointy ears in the way elves do. It's more like a few points that are almost ridged down, with just a short peak. Yes, I do fare better at night, of course, than day. But
Me too.
I have some resilience to the sun. Sadly, not
Oh,
the
good.
direct sunlight spells. I can cast them carefully.
Mm.
But being struck, certainly.
Well, you could come
Being
down
incredibly
with
weird
me
if
and
I-
Charles and Charlie, and our room is pretty dark, and there's like dark corridors and stuff, so it's really chill.
Then I must ask your captain for permission to board before I may enter.
Books to Liazana.
He's over.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. You have my full permission to board our ship.
Thank you. She gives a gentle bow. Head.
Of course.
I will let you all enjoy your revelries. And
you don't want to join us?
There's some really good funnel cake over in that stall.
It's really good. So I've heard.
Funnel
I'd
cake?
hate
What's
to
funnel cake?
impose, but if you
Oh,
wish,
it's so good. It's fried
Good,
dough.
Liazana. It's the worst for you, but it's also the best for you.
Yeah, the
You need to
absolute
have
worst.
some.
You should only have it one time in your entire life, but I keep going back. It's so good.
They keep going on about this iced cream as well.
The ice cream's really good.
Yes.
There's
It's
some.
poison to me, but
If
you
you
know. Then
oh, Sinister, you should try the vegan one. It doesn't have milk in it, so it might be better for you.
Could
He
be.
just blank expression, because to him, ice cream is poison.
Nice.
Tastes really good. I think it might be better. You should try it. Just one lick.
Maybe,
Just
a little
maybe if Eden
just a
tries it.
single lick.
Then would you have some
You'll
of
be
this
hooked.
vegan ice cream, Breland?
What?
Was it vegan ice cream?
Yeah, they don't use milk in it.
Hey, Eden, would you like to try that?
Very well. I'll join you all for the night.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'll try it if Eden tries it, but
Then some
if
introductions.
it
are needed.
poisons me, I will stab you, Breland.
Okay. I don't think it's going. I'm
That's
not
an
really-
expression. That's a drow
Right.
expression.
Okay, all right.
It's a
I
joke.
got
It's-
really nervous there. Because I'm not really sure if it will hurt your stomach or not. It could, but I don't think it will. I think it might be better.
that
She,
is a drow
looks
expression
nervously
that could be
at
taken.
Eden and like.
That could be taken in jest or in all seriousness, but I mean it in jest.
Are you
It
really
was
going to
a
stab me?
smidge murderous. Maybe tone that down a little bit.
Okay,
A
I'll
little
try.
murdery, yeah.
It's in my lineage. Sometimes it comes out.
Hey, I get it. I understand,
Sometimes it's
you know.
difficult to fight the darkness within.
It is.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, Eden. Let's get some ice cream, please.
start.
That's some introductions are in order, of course. And she'll go around to get everyone's name and stuff. Which I won't make you role play out. She's gonna go with you
Oh.
all and just kind of like.
I'm
check
gonna
out
put
everyone's
my
name.
arm out. I'm gonna put my arm out, see if she'll take my arm. I think I need a little help balancing.
Oh, jeez.
Cash would be like, yeah, he got hurt pretty bad. You know, he might need a little help standing, and then he'll walk ahead.
They'll hold a hand out, but they'll actually end up casting a healing spell on you again and giving you the rest of your. Yeah, all is well.
Thank you.
Of course. And they'll walk along with you.
So, Eden, were you born a vampire?
Such a personal question.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Lilith.
You don't have to. I just, I mean, I've never met a vampire before, and I
He
I
didn't
don't
come from
know.
a bad place.
Is it something that you are born with, or I don't even know, or is it something that's given to you? Is it a gift?
In due time, Breelith.
I will share my personal story in time, but there are those that are born so. Most are made.
I was born a furbolg.
That's right. You're a little taller than her, than them. So
7 feet.
Oh yeah, you're a fair bit taller than them, right? I trying to. I don't have her down in my head yet, so I'm trying to think how she.
Sure. Brule's just like nodding and smiling, and okay.
That's kind of what you get, don't it?
Okay.
And she'll just, she doesn't talk too
Vegan
much.
ice cream.
You don't mind
yes.
dragons, do you? Are you okay with
Make a quick
dragons?
insight check, Breelith.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that's good.
Why did I put my dice away? Okay.
You have fuel.
Oh, natural 20 for a total of 24.
Okay.
Nice.
So she's been very, just not quite deadpan. She had a little crack of a smile earlier, but very calculated. And it's the first time that you catch a little bit of her, like you've caught her off guard with that question. Quickly composing herself. No problem at all. I'm rather fond of dragons.
Oh, good. We have a small one on the ship. I left it back. But yeah, Carmine is the dragon's name. It's nice, and you'll
Very
see it.
respectable name.
Yeah.
Very respectable little dude.
Very smart. Very, very smart.
Indeed.
Brilla starts getting nervous.
Eden's gonna stop at a coffee spot and pick themselves up a coffee along the way. Just excuse me a
A
moment.
coffee.
Coffee.
Oh, you
So-
like warm beverages.
Mm.
I will take a note of that.
It fuels the soul.
It does, I guess.
Nice.
This is what I like. Sip.
Awesome. Wine is delectable.
Yeah. What kind of wine you like? Red?
Mhm.
Finger goods?
Not the but like a
She's going to hate us.
Awesome. Yeah, they'll go along with you, and of course, try. They're not gonna be a party poop or anything. They'll try the stuff that you have, the vegan ice cream, and seems to eat it without complaint, but not with much ado either. Um, and yeah, enjoys the festival with you. Do you all have anything else you'd like to do with that nonsense taken care of? The vampire baddie. Yeah, the rest of the night, kind of.
Feels like when you're the square kid and you ask like a popular kid like out to do something, and you're just like, yeah.
Nice.
Cassius will just mind link with Brilith and be like, she'll open up soon. Just give her some time. Just kind of knowing how seeing how dejected Brilith is. Like, she'll warm up to us in time. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I'm
And-
trying to keep telling myself that. Thank you, Cassius.
And in that moment, I take out the guitar and then laser lights and start playing music.
Nice. Eden doesn't break their stride. They
She's
they
going to
continue
hate
on,
us.
but
I'm just happy right now, so trying
nice.
to play some music around the festival.
You find there's people that are kind of like actually past people, they're clapping and stuff, like, oh,
Yeah.
gosh, wait, did you play here? You played at the no, that wasn't here. That was the Cloud Giant Island.
Yeah. I haven't played here. They don't know me here, so
Okay.
that'd be my cue to try and get that going.
Nice. I have to ask, does Sinister have like business cards, like musician, like Sinister, musician extraordinaire, or anything like that?
No, but he will any kind of paper that you have around or something, he's just gonna sign it.
Nice.
It could be a receipt, it could be like a bubblegum wrapper or something. He's just gonna sign it.
There you
Let's
are.
start
Yeah.
making merch.
For real.
Sinister.
Yes. All right. So
Also,
you...
if Ashavar will probably be like doing a little skipping dance behind Sinister and casting minor illusion for snowflakes behind
Yes.
Nice.
behind him.
Mm.
Love it.
Mhm.
Lasers and snowflakes go together.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Are there any games still out, Dan?
Oh yeah, plenty. Is there anything in particular? There's some gambling games.
Is there anything where I can win some prizes?
Oh, a bunch. So there's everything from like a couple of places that are clearly meant like for children, because there are were some scattering about,
Sure.
but to adults that prices are kind of similar, but yeah, there's your ring toss, there's darts. It seems to be a big thing that they enjoy playing through here. And there are little wind-up cars that race around a track. There's some little tiny cute animal races too in like the gambling section. Like
Aw.
there's little baby turtles and little tiny bunnies.
That's a little. Brilith looks at that little suspect because how are these animals being treated? No, she's going to try the ring toss, one of the ring toss games.
Oh, okay. In this world, not rigged, so it's difficult,
Okay.
but not impossible.
Sure.
Personal experience with that.
They're rigged here.
Yep. hmm
What?
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 Oh.
No.
Carney games are not real?
But yeah. Okay.
All right. So let's see. This is going to be sort of an aim thing. So I'll say
Uh-huh.
that you can either do gosh, do you have any melee weapons that you use? Just your staff?
Oh,
That would really help.
she has a crossbow, a quarterstaff, and a short sword.
You what?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You have
Guess
never
what?
seen her pull out her short sword. So
That means business. But yeah.
yeah, like that would be like, yeah,
Does
dire
it say
straits.
business on it?
It
Yes,
absolutely
it
does.
Should.
I love that. So you can make either athletics or acrobatics then. Check for that.
All right. Yep. Athletics it is. Oh, it's only an 8.
Round 1 to bring just bounce. You get 5 rings,
Okay.
none of them land. But
Okay.
it's just it's a silver a turn, so
Yeah, she'll go again.
okay, go for it. Make another check. Round 2, you get 5 more rings. That's
only
all
a
right.
12.
12. Okay. A 12, you get 1 ring on there. Now it's
Okay.
bottom tier reward. So
Okay.
if you want to play again, that's all right, man. Don't you worry. You go another round, and if you get 3 rings, you get this whole tier up here. You get yourself 5. You get
I'm gonna
top
say
tier.
you could do it.
3.
You
3.
could do it, Breelith. You could do it, Breelith, and give her a
Okay,
bardic inspiration.
Show your friends
Woo!
how it's done.
You could do it, Breelith. You could do it, Breelith.
Okay. All right. That's a 16 without the bardic
Oh
inspiration.
my. Nice.
Oh, a 20
It's a
total.
D8.
Oh, a D8.
Oh,
Yes.
if
Well-
it's lower, we'll keep the 20. But if it's higher,
Okay.
if you roll an 8, then we'll take the higher one.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
lower.
Nice. 1. No.
Thank you, Dan.
So a 20, you get 20, you get all 5 of the next rings. Ding, 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 ding. Well, that's how it's done, miss. That's how it's done.
Yeah, yeah, you did
Pick
it,
anything
Breelith.
from the top. There's so there's novelty things here. So if you have something in mind that you want to be up here on this top shelf, you can. But there's also big fluffy animals too, of course, on the top tier.
Robert.
Is Liazana around?
Yes, she's probably
Okay,
right next to you.
Liazana will. I mean, Breelith will pull kind of Liazana. Do you want something? Pick something out.
Are you sure? I mean,
Yeah,
you
go for
you're
it.
the one that won.
Nope, go for it.
Is there one that looks like a dragon?
There is, definitely in this world, yeah.
She's gonna pick out one that looks like a
Ooh.
fluffy dragon.
Got it. That one.
Ooh.
That's
Oh, the big white fluffy dragon coming right up, and gets the hook, pulls it down. Right there you are. Now, can your friends outdo you? I bet you can. Step right up and show your friend here how it's done.
Breelith will give the stuffed dragon to Liazana. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna go up and do it. I think
There we
I
go.
can get it done.
I know you
Let's
can.
go.
Nice. Step right up. Here's your rings, and you pass out 5 rings. Leaves none of this dragon, like head to tail, is basically like the end of its body stops at your knees, and the tail goes down to your feet, and the head's like up over your shoulders. This huge stuffed.
I love it.
white
Oh my
dragon.
goodness.
I
Yes.
love it.
That's cool.
So acrobatics or athletics, and it's there.
Okay, hold on. I gotta find. Hopefully I can do it in. Okay, acrobatics or athletics, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you go?
Oh, there we go.
Aha!
Oh, nice! All
22.
5 rings. Ding, 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 ding. Land on the. Well, look at this. We got a whole troop of professional ring tossers. What would you like?
Of course, he's gonna gloat and stuff.
Of course.
Does something look like really rocking and cool?
Well,
And
there's like the phony guitars up there
Boo.
that look kind of shiny, but really big. There's some batons with cool twirls on them. I mean, there's not really.
Is there
anything
any
exciting.
flowers or something? Is there any flowers?
There's like a bundle. What do you call it? Not a bundle. What the heck is the
Bouquet?
term? Thank you.
Bundle.
Jeez.
Okay.
My brain's stuck on the letter B there, and didn't go anywhere else after that. Oh, right, the bouquet. But they're not real flowers, but they look lovely.
Okay, I'm gonna take him a
Oh,
bouquet,
wonderful choice, and yeah, so there you go,
and
sir.
I'm just gonna give it to I'll give it to Ashavar, and
Oh.
and say, well, thank you for the help, and then kind of look at Eden, see if she judges the thing. Do you want to play? Do you want to play?
Yeah.
You should play. Okay.
Okay. Do you want me to win you something? Do you want something? I'll try and win you something.
No, thank you.
What?
Are there
Okay.
any other games you want to play, Eden, or you're just not a game person?
Perhaps. We'll see.
Ashvar's gonna bonk her on the head with the flowers, with the fake flowers.
Kind of looks at him.
Just very gently bonk.
Oh.
What?
Who was that? What was that? Where'd that
I don't
go?
know what happened. What happened there?
Nice.
You should have some fun. Have fun, Eden. Enjoy
This is
yourself. Oh, okay.
I just want to tickle her. I just want to tickle her, but I'm not going to.
Is there a song you like? Maybe I could play you a song.
Something
I know a lot.
motivating.
What?
Something motivating. Please.
Okay. And then he just starts, and then he
Can
just
it- can
starts
it start?
rocking out. Try to put all the skill and stuff into it.
Nice.
And just like each time he's just increasing his speed.
Nice.
You know?
You
And then he mage hands some wine and he drinks it while he's playing it.
Nice. Eden is it's like an approving small nod. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll carry on with you. Awesome. Any other stops? Anything anyone wants to do with this festival aside from have fun, drink, and have tasty food and play games?
Oh, I'm
I want
totally giving the flowers to Ash, by the way.
Oh.
I knew she would. And I just kind of finger guns. Pew!
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, well, Ash has kind of been coming and going a bit. Everyone's been coming and going, but you catch back up with some of the others. Kip and Ash have come back. And oh well, what are you? Oh my, oh yeah, look at that. Well, you found yourself another dragon. Looks like.
What?
Oh.
Yes, I did.
The fuzzy fluffy.
Oh, the Ash
Really-
of our yeah. Roar.
Dan, are there any vendors selling anything or
Oh
no?
yeah. Is there something you have in mind?
Is there anyone with scarves?
Absolutely.
A
little out
I
of
would-
season, so they're on discount.
Brilla's going to look for not like a heavyweight like burr, like it's winter scarf, but just
Mhm.
like a more stylish scarf.
Mm.
Let's see. Let's see. Carmine is a white dragon. Like he's white, right?
Mhm.
Kind of a
Silvery.
silvery
Yeah.
color. Brilla's going to pick up a blue, purple, and red, like a blue scarf, a purple scarf, and a red scarf.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Sinister is kind of jealous. Not really jealous, but kind of mad. Like, I got scarves. I mean,
nice.
How much would that cost? Dan?
Just 3 silver, silver a piece. They're
Okay.
all on sale
All right.
right now.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nice. Kip, kind of tugs at Liazana to go show her another stand, and Ash comes over to, to Ashavar and just kind of picks up with the group. Well, beautiful flowers, by the way, and also, I noticed there's rather a statuesque person that is walking along with you all now. What's happening?
Ash, this
Oh,
is
well,
Eden.
yes. For one thing, these are for you. And for the other thing,
Oh,
yeah, this is
darling.
Eden.
You are so sweet. Oh, she gives you a hug and a little kiss on the cheek. Mwah. Oh, these are just fun. Oh, there.
They're
Oh,
fake,
I
but
see.
sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You know what? They're from you, and that means a lot. Thank you, dear.
I'll have to get you some real flowers sometime, but
I
it's a
wouldn't
it's a
mind that.
fair.
Gives you a look. Uh, nice. And so, I'm sorry, Aiden, and kind of introduces herself, themselves to Ash and vice versa. Ash, a little like, well, pleasure, and kind of goes back in pace with Ashavar. They don't seem very talkative.
No, they're not.
But all right.
But I don't think they're gonna kill us in our sleep, so we should be fine.
That sounds like a mighty low bar, but I reckon it's a good one. Uh, all right. Neat. So you're all able to continue about. Take a look here and see. And that's all. All right, so Zia's not here. So Zia has found out a little information about Vic that she
Ooh.
may or may not share later. So
Sure.
I'll probably let the moment play out, next session when she's back. But I'll just plug that in here so it's said for this time frame. Let's see. We got all that. All right. So you carry on. Drinks to be had, fun to be had. Music rocking loud, and at one point as the night gets kind of way into the night, I assume everyone's returning to the ship at the end of the night.
I want to make sure everybody that hears me or likes me knows who I am along the way.
Perfect. Nice.
I
Okay.
want them to spread the word that the pirate prince is here, and I'm here to rock out. And
Amazing. Nice. You definitely make a good impression here as you go on around signing everything you can.
I'll sign your
And
baby,
rocking
sign
music.
that.
Baby
Sign.
foreheads, yeah. All right. Anyone have anything they'd like to do other than return to the ship?
As they're passing through the festival, Ashavar is going to be slipping coins surreptitiously to any downtrodden people that she
Okay.
might find,
You do
giving
find
them a slight wink and salute.
a few more kind of ask you, everyone, they all thank you. And a few more ask your name and such, just assuming you're
And
still giving your, yeah.
I'll give it out. Yeah.
Thank you. Beautiful. All right.
As it
Yeah.
gets later and later, and we're still in the square, Breelith will start kind of more closely keeping an eye out for anyone following the group.
Oh, all right. Make a perception check. Disadvantage because you're kind of just keeping an eye out.
Ooh. Okay. I think that's a 15.
Okay.
Yes. No. It's a 18.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the coast seems clear.
Okay.
No one seems to be following. Things seems on the up and up. All right. Well, yep. What you got, Lisa?
Oh, I was just gonna say, does Lisanna notice that she's like that Breelith's trying to keep an eye out?
I doubt that she's being that stealthy about it. So just saying.
You okay, Breelith?
I was just it's getting later and I just I mean, you have your people here that might be after you. So I was just, making sure that none of them were following us or following the group or following you or, just keeping an eye out.
Oh, I see. Well, I think we'll be okay for now.
Maybe you should ask Eden. Maybe she's seen something.
I don't know if I'm ready for that yet.
Okay. Well, that's yeah. I mean, that's fine. I was just, thought since she's been here a little bit longer than we have, possibly, and maybe, she would be like, "Oh yeah, I've been," and she'll try to mimic her. I've heard of them, and but of course, when you're ready, you know.
Yeah, I'm just not quite ready to trust him yet.
No, it's fine. It's fine. And she'll kind of like, put her hand on her shoulder. It's okay. It's all right. You don't have to be. She's kind of serious and, anyways. So
Yuzona's gonna try to like awkwardly, as she's carrying this big dragon, awkwardly give her like a side hug, I guess,
okay.
and be like,
Oh,
thanks for always looking out for me.
Brilith will not just accept the side hug. She'll like try to like hug like with the dragon in between them, try to give you like a really like big hug. And like probably like lift you like kind of like off the ground a bit and like sit you back down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm glad we got the
it's
dragon.
fine. Yes. I like the dragon. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad.
Thought it would remind us of a fluffier version of Carmine.
Yes. Yeah. A lot more cuddlier. But
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
All right.
And she'll continue walking back the ship.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, everyone makes it back to the ship, and just to make let things keep advancing. Pause me if there's something you want to do between now and then. But I'm just gonna kind of roll through tonight. Everyone gets a good night's rest. You can remove another point of exhaustion. Breathless, don't forget.
Yay!
We're getting there.
Fun heals everyone.
Nice. I will do a long rest in Fantasy Grounds just in case. Long rest. And even the next day, again, pause me if you have anything. Otherwise, I'm gonna just kind of advance the next day until the next event, which would be dinner. Cassius's dinner time. Date with his brother there. I mean, Eden has been as accepted as they can. Most definitely, Guardian is so hype to have another individual that Guardian can tell already that they are strong. And immediately, like almost not even introducing themselves, is asking for some sparring. Oh my gosh. So the other event of the day is probably going to be Eden and Guardians for sparring. They're going to spar mid-morning, early morning, the next morning. Jeez, it's like a high-level anime. Like they both have these incredible moves, right? Sometimes it's hard to track them. How many punches were thrown? How many kicks?
Right.
Guardian uses their smoke, and Eden uses their mist, and they're here, they're up here, they're over there, and you can feel almost like the not quite shockwaves, but you can feel the power in their kicks and blocks. It's a lot of like close combat, like Wing Chun sort of like like really close, rapid strikes and kicks. And
I think Cassius would be in there with like popcorn.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's what be like eating snacks, like
Yeah, like
sitting down on the deck.
Cassius are like eating
Yeah.
popcorn while they're doing
As
it.
far as probably
Entertaining.
perched in her like little front area, just like watching.
I'm like over the banister, like, what? Get
Where-
extra hype.
Oh, for real. Where's my I know I
I
have
just
a
call it the
picture.
Reap a Cheap Hole.
Awesome. Let me super quickly. I could have sworn that I had a Guardian image. Have I not shared out an image of Guardian? Have I only described her?
I think you
I
did
think
it once.
The forest one.
I think it was like the
Yeah, the one
forest
with the
one.
mask.
Oh, just that one in the
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So the two of them fighting in both appearance and nature is like night and day clashing. A guardian with the platinum blonde eyebrows and long hair the bright blue eyes and the with the cloudy smoke that follows her, just like in not raging but like with excitement, like ha ha ha, and just all this exuberance in this battle. And then Eden with these beautiful dark features and this calm collectedness to their face, just very with a stoic face blocking thing like Keanu Reeves when he realizes he's in the Matrix, yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like in Guardian, and it's just this incredible thing, and they're going on. I mean, they're gonna do this for a while, upwards of an hour, before neither one seems to hold ground over the other one. They're both just at one point recognize that they've killed an hour and that it's like they know each other a little better now after the sparring.
Aw.
Understanding.
Nice, yeah. They do like a couple of blocks of one another, and then they get each other in like this sort of arm grapple, one another kind of face to face, and Eden, Guardian's like Eden cracks a bit of a smile. Well met. Well,
I'm gonna cry.
oh, nice.
Whoa!
I'm gonna clap.
Oh.
Well done. Well done.
Oh, we didn't realize we had an audience.
Reela's gonna have Carmine out there,
Ooh, okay.
and Eden, this is Carmine.
Looks so. Oh. She walks. They walk over to you, and they get down on one knee and bow in front of Carmine. Pleasure to meet you, Carmine. I'm Eden. And Carmine actually reacts in a very animated manner. Hops, he's like up on your shoulders and kind of perks up, twists their head, and this baby dragon that fits around your shoulders, and baby celestial dragon, and holds its head high and then drops down on the floor in front of you and does a little bow to Eden. And it seems to be some sort of
That's new.
formal greeting. Oh.
I tried to teach him fear face and like looking handsome. This is not what I taught him, but I'll take it.
Good job, Carmine.
Mm.
It's very good.
Carmine appreciates your tutelage.
Oh, thank you.
They said they enjoy all of your company.
Yeah.
You know what Carmine can say?
Yes.
Must be nice.
Oh, I'm quite sure Carmine in time will be able to speak just as clearly to all of you.
Okay.
That'd be nice. It's kind of hard to know what he's thinking or how to communicate, and sometimes I'm just guessing at how to say things to him, and it's a little bothersome sometimes, but you deal with it, and so yeah, and being able to speak would be nice.
A little smile cracks again. Eden looks down at Carmine and just kind of nods. I see. Yes. Carmine appreciates you greatly.
Would you like some wine? And I just float a bottle, or like Rhodey comes and brings the whole wine and cheese tray.
Yeah. If she sees a glass, in a refined manner.
Yeah, well, it's like all laid out with the grapes and the cheese,
Oh.
like the charcuterie, and then
Nice.
like, because I'm fancy,
Oh, I'd
the
love
glass and all that.
that. I have worked up an appetite. Thank you. Shall partake.
You're welcome.
And pinky raised, will Eden drink and all that. Guardians just stretching out like, oh.
Like, you all right, Guardian? You feeling good?
Great. Oh, yes, yes, a new
You want me
spot
to play you a
on
fight
there.
song?
Oh, I'm going to, she pats her belly. Recharge.
Oh, okay.
Next time for sure.
There's
Mm.
plenty of that meat explosion still left.
Awesome. Mhm. And so Eden will, partake this nap. The day carries on. And yeah, it gets toward evening time, 6, enough time to get out to the place listed in your invitation, Cassius, was the Gale's Tail. And that is in the upper residential.
Yeah. Cassius would probably go in the same like type of attire he went with whenever they went to the auction.
Okay.
And he'll take Lucian with him just to not Lucian, he'll take Lupin with him just to be like sure. Like he wants like that extra security with him.
Yeah.
And yeah, before he leaves, he'll be like, all right guys, I'm off to go see my brother for this dinner. If
Before he
anything,
leaves, I'm gonna make sure he's like all looking proper and dressed right,
Nice.
hair done.
It's
Yes.
looking good. It's looking good.
And yes. All right.
Have fun, Cassius.
all right. I'll let you guys know how it goes, and then he'll make his way outside the ship.
If you need anything, just
Oh yeah, I'll call you.
Beautiful. All right, you begin making your way downtown.
Yes.
And where you arrive in a nice timely manner, about quarter of, to make sure you're there by 7 proper. So, you're this, Lucian, and
Yeah, he's gonna have a fit if I'm late. So it's like, okay, let me just make sure I'm good.
Oh, that's amazing.
He'll
mm.
look into like the side of Lucian, like the shinier parts, just to like fix himself up a little bit more, and then
Perfect.
he'll go inside.
Awesome. Yeah, you step in. There is a host that greets you and asks for your name and will guide you through the restaurant. It's most certainly a fine dining establishment. In the upper residential area that is a little bit higher topography wise, so it does have a nice view of the city. In fact, the interior of this building is almost all open. There are very few actual walls in here. Most are just posts along the way. Ceilings and these posts are this bright, sharp, clean whites, contrasted with different stylizations of like an onyx black. All of the exterior walls are windows from the floor up. There's only like 2 feet of actual wall at the top of these windows, and beautiful wooden floors, edge grain fir wooden floors. Tables in here are all dressed in that same crisp white, with the chairs being that beautiful, that high contrast onyx black. There's some textured grays to the seating. But it's the view that's really captivating. It's busy in here, but it's quiet conversation at all the tables. It kind of builds together to make, some ambient sound. But you peer out over the city in any direction you're looking in here. And the city's come to life in this point in the evening, 6:30, 6:45. It's gotten dark enough where all the beautiful lights of the city dot this skyline. You can see the buildings. It's like a beautiful city skyline as you walk through. The host shows you all the way to the very back corner of the establishment, where there's actually a set of stairs that you walk up and then turn 90 degrees left to go to the true back corner of this restaurant. You're now up a tier on a platform. It's all its own. If again, the exterior 2 walls here that make the corner are windows. You're looking from an even higher vantage point, well over the city. And as you turn and face back into the restaurant, the interior corner of this platform, actually has it's facing inward here, back towards the restaurant. There's a cloth-covered platform, and seating that abuts it here. So for you to sit down, and there are drinks, glasses and plate settings here. And from here, it looks like you're going to be able to enjoy your food and drink in style up here as you look and gaze over the restaurant itself from this corner. Lucian, already seated, turns and smiles and picks a napkin up, puts it on the table, and stands to greet you, shake hands, and give you a hug.
Yeah.
Cassius, so glad you could make it. Please sit.
Oh yeah, I'm glad to be here. Yeah, let's get a little something to eat.
Indeed, but what do you think of the view? And he gestures out the windows over the city.
The view is phenomenal.
Mm.
I took a couple moments to drinking it before I got up here. So
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, order whatever you wish tonight. Of course, it is on me.
okay, you don't have to tell me twice.
I'm glad that did your things did you well. We're not quite sure, and there's already like a bottle of wine on ice here. Here, and start pouring it for you and for him. I got word that one of your friends was rather hurt in the scuffle. Are they well?
She's doing a lot better.
Good.
Speaking of that, did Vincent leave?
Yes, squirmed away. I don't know. We're unsure if they got what they came for. First, we thought they'd taken the whole lot. There were many items missing, but several of which were accounted for by one of the buyers.
Mm.
The auctioneer assured us that they were in fact sold, but there were several others that weren't accounted for. So
Sticky fingers.
yeah,
Sticky fingers. He probably got away with some of that stuff. It's
I
unfortunate.
most certainly.
Yeah, I was hoping to talk to him before he left, but you know him, flighty,
Yes.
never stays in a place for very long. But
But I'm here to celebrate you, Cassius. It's so lovely to see you here, and why when I was given the opportunity, speaking to the fleet admiral, which of course commands all the ships in the UAF, so they're the tippity top here. I was simply telling her about, about you, of course, the wonderful person that you've become, the fine work you do, and I imagine, and tell me if I'm wrong, that Lucian's probably. I feel like your brothers have probably always tried to pull you, like in one way or the other.
absolutely, yeah.
So it's kind of clicking now, like, okay, this is a sales
I know
pitch
what this
here.
is.
Yeah, yeah. And I
Like,
thought, you two simply must meet in case you, at any point, are considering a career in the UAF. There's so many benefits, of course, and this brand esteem and lovely dinners out like this.
this is truly wonderful. And I cannot wait to eat and drink as much as I want at your dime. That is my favorite thing to do. But bro, I'm gonna say no, right?
Yes, I figured as much. I have to try, Cassius. You are. You could do so much good with a UA.
It's not. I don't know. It's too. It feels too rigid. Like there's not a lot of flexibility there. And you know how I like to how I like to move. And I know you've done great things.
Mm.
You know you and your many accomplishments. I know about them all, but like I don't know. That life just doesn't feel like it's for me or it suits me. You know.
Understood. Well, let's just enjoy each other's company then. Yes, and fill our bellies and make some new memories.
You know what? I'll drink to that, and then Cassius will put up a drink and cheers to his brother.
Nice.
It's like at least your way is less less Vincent-y, Vincent-y, and
Yes.
he'll like down his entire drink.
Nice,
to
nice. He'll
that part.
bellow of it. And do the same. Yeah. Like,
Why does he drive us to drink like this?
I'm sure he's laughing about it somewhere.
Cackling. I just wish that his goons didn't injure one of my crewmates to the point to where we had to go bring her back from dead.
Oh,
Luckily, we were
not
able to
bad.
get there in time. Yeah,
Good.
like it. I wanted to have a serious sit down with him and
Yes.
kind of let him know, like, if we run into each other again and that happens again, we're gonna take one of them. It has to happen that way. I'm
Yeah.
tired of getting into how he likes to do things, and his goons think they can do whatever they want, and
Yes.
it's something I wanted to talk to him about, but he's obviously not here. So
Well. I don't know if I could handle another scene like that. Looks around like, please no pirates, like they're diving through the windows. So you get to chat a little bit like that for the first, you were there at quarter of for like 20 minutes. It's like 7:05 proper. And you hear, a couple of, not audible gasps, but almost a couple like, as some commotion has happened in the entrance. And having arrived, and Dan, why do you not have? I'm so sorry. I've got this build up, and I don't have the things where they need to be. Yeah, just move them to the here so I can put them in.
I think this makes the buildup even more because I'm like, here we go.
What is it? What is it? Yeah.
And also, like, Dan, that's just DM life.
For real, yeah. Why did I not move these over? Gonna be me. Sorry. Anyway, okay. Which, oh yeah, you will do this one first. All right. Again, some audible gasps, oohs, and ahs. And you see why. You look up, and it's pretty obvious. There is a massive individual that has walked through the doors and is gliding step by step through the different the wide hallways where the host kind of brought you back through. And you can only see from across the room here because of the ceiling and such, maybe like half, like their thighs down, mid thigh down. But as they get closer and come up from the ceiling on the other side, you see this. Just to give the impression here, this individual
Is that?
Cassius, someone that you recognize.
Can you put it up on stream because I can't see it?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah. Or if you wanted to put it in the Discord.
I should pop up on stream here.
Okay.
Second. So here's for scale, right? The human on the right. This person is not carrying a griffin with them, but they could. Massive sword in tow, formal UAF attire, mask in front. Now this is tough to tell. Their face here is a bit obscured by cloud, and cloud hair, cloud face, cloud emanates off of their footsteps and dissipates off the sword. There is the book on a chain that sort of floats by their side, close to their side. And it's as though there's just a constant breeze with the scarves around their lower face and neck just wafting behind them. They approach your very corner, and it's in this moment that you realize this tabled platform that's on the inside corner is actually a table designed for giant people to have meals with human people way up on the platform on the other side.
Right.
Yeah. There's a number of people that come out with a big, plate, and they start setting the thing. and to give a closer image of their face, at least, when they drop this cloud kind of sort of an obscuring thing. I'm going to share this other image so you can kind of see that. Okay. And she, sits down at the table, and there's that breeze that kind of wafts over you and your brother. Smells like a fresh, airy breeze. It's cold and a little, well, yeah, cloud-like, a little moist, like a cloud might be. She sits down. Good evening, Captain Galewing. It's a pleasure to see you, and this is...
Cassius will give up and informally inform her. Oh, my name is Cassius Going. I'm his brother.
And she kind of extends a hand, but just like puts the finger out towards you, is sort of the way it goes.
Cassius will awkwardly stick her finger. Yeah.
Nice. Cassius, I feel as though we've met before.
I'm getting a similar feeling.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Let us dine. If I can get this image on a little better in chat.
Not this woman. This better not be the same woman.
Nice. Oh, well, you love this establishment. The view is incredible. I always appreciate being up here. Of course, in her cloud giant nature, that's just her jam. Well, Cassius, your brother Lucian has told me a great deal about you over the years, and some rather impressive exploits. Yes, he tells me you may be considering joining the United Aviation Federation. Lucian kind of that's in his.
He'll look over at Lucian and say, I thought about it. Definitely not an impossibility. It's just currently I'm doing some work of my own, and perhaps whenever this work gets finished, I might consider a career in the force.
Well, we would welcome you with open arms. Your brother is also quite established and has done a great deal of good with the Federation. What is this? And she waves over a couple of people taking orders up on the platform for her and the two of you, trying to mind your business but also get your orders. Oh yes, this that. So what business are you in?
Currently,
Yes.
I'm but a simple bounty hunter. I take it, I apprehend those who, may be out of your jurisdiction and, may or may not be. And, I bring them to some type of justice.
Noble work.
For money, of course, monetarily.
Well, you deserve to be compensated for such noble work.
Thank you.
Yes. You do everyone a great service in gathering those that attempt to escape justice. In a slightly friendly but menacing way. Yes. Well, they have some lovely food here, and drink. I shall insist to pay the tab tonight, so please enjoy whatever you wish. Help yourselves.
Oh, thank you so much. I really do appreciate this. And your hospitality, like my brother's been saying, and everything going on, you guys are doing in the Federation. It's like it's really good stuff. You know.
You're very kind. Oh, and do feel free to order some extra to bring home. To do the same myself. I'm gonna
Oh, I
whispers across the
definitely
table.
will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's well, so she'll go into some, it becomes shop talk, right? For her and your brother. So there's a lot of, oh, this captain, this, and that ship was under attack, and this. Nothing like too sensitive, of course. But it does kind of become like a bit more humdrum with them kind of talking back and forth. Is there anything that you want to interject into the conversation or try and bring the conversation around to?
uh, Cassius is kind of curious as to what she knows. So he's gonna interject during while they're talking, and say there's been a string of attacks happening around the city, and
Hmm.
one of the names that came up was Order of Specters.
Hmm.
Is that something that you're familiar with? And he'll kind of like look at them and kind of gauge.
They all like the fleet admiral, fleet commander on point. Lucian, given that you're his brother and all, and the company's is sort of makes a bit of a face like he's not sure what he can share,
I
like a
see.
little awkwardly because he wants to kind of share someone he knows. But the fleet Persicon says they are a detestable. If we had our way, we would round everyone up and one of them up and execute him. They live outside the law. They undermine not only cities, governments, civil, but the Federation and the innocent. They're a terrible group. But rather subtle. So if their name is being circulated in common places, common spaces, then doubt it. She looks, I'm sure that she knows, of course, what Lucian knows and stuff for the most part. So Um, I do understand that you were at the auction house, yes, when it was attacked. Um, I do apologize. One of your friends was rather hurt. We're not
Yeah,
fast enough.
she unfortunately she died, but
Oh,
we were able to get her back up.
I'm so
We were able
terribly
to get her
sorry.
resurrected, but yeah, she
God,
she did end up dying in that. Unfortunately, yeah.
sorry, I've got to scroll through my thing real quick. Right, Ruthlonius, no regard for life of the innocents, but this time will come. For the rest of the Sky Pirates. And you see like this intensity in her expression and her eyes when she's like, so she mentioned Ruthlonius that is the captain of the Sky
Yeah.
Pirates, and just the contempt for him and Sky Pirates in general. So clearly
Okay.
Lucian hasn't shared. If I don't know if Lucian even knows, but he hasn't shared anything in between. Yeah. But yes, the attacks in the city were due to the pirates. Sadly, one step ahead of us here, unfortunately.
Yeah. It was unfortunate what happened at the auction house. I'm just glad there weren't more casualties.
Mm,
It could have been so much worse.
it is fortunate.
Mm.
Truly, any casualties due to this, too many. We will cleanse this world of filth, or that filth. Well,
Cassius is gonna like nervously like nod and agree with her, but he doesn't. He's not fully in. He's just like, oh yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's nice. Awesome. And so, dinner continues on. Anything else that you want to guide the conversation around to before dinner wraps up?
Hmm. I think the last thing
Mhm.
Cassius would say would probably be, I I seem to recall meeting you earlier when I was in the Cloud Giant City. I think my crew and I we passed through there very briefly.
Make an insight check if you would, Cassius.
Okay.
Please.
All right, let me just.
Mm.
Our windows are being weird.
No, no.
Okay. You said insight?
Please.
Okay. And 17.
Oh, okay. Of her. You catch a very quick glance, as it clicks for her where she saw you. She does a quick glance at Lucian, almost to register his reaction to you saying that, her being there. Yes. You see her catch yourself quickly, of course. Yes, every so often we do encounter the home city. And yes, that's where oh yes. Yes, you had that marvelous ship. The Tempest, if I recall, yes?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Sits back a little in her seat. It almost looks like she's avoiding a little eye contact with Lucian as she talks about the Cloud Giant Island. Yes. Um, Stopped in for a quick, some quick shore leave for the crew. Well, I do hope you enjoyed your time there.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for treating me to dinner, and this
Hmm.
is a wonderful meal. Thank you so much.
It has been my pleasure. And she kind of dabs the napkin across hers. I must retire for the evening, but it has been a pleasure to dine with you both. Captain Galewing, I look forward to tomorrow's meeting. And Cassius, it's been a delight. You take care.
Thank you. You do the same.
He nods and stands up and packs up some of her extras. Doggy bags it and heads out. Lucian is going to kind of turn to you after she's clear of the restaurant. Sorry, did you say that she was in the Cloud Giant?
Yeah, yes. So my crew and I, we saw her when we were leaving the Cloud Giant place. We saw her in like this corridor. I wasn't entirely sure who she was, but like now I know. But yeah, we saw her there. Why? Why is that so strange?
Well, it's a bit odd to encounter the Cloud Giant Island where she was stationed. She'd been reporting from a different area at the time.
Oh.
But, I suppose who am I to question a fleet admiral? Just was surprising. Strange.
You look disturbed by
Um,
this.
just a little outside of how we do things. Don't understand what the need would be, but maybe there's some other task that she's on that I'm not privy to. I mean, I feel that I should be as one of the captains of the. You see, it almost becomes a bit of a pride thing for him that he's
Yeah,
upset
yeah.
about. Like, I'm the captain of one of the three lead ships of the fleet, but I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation why I was. It goes on for a little bit. Um, but he'll, as dinner winds down, it gets to that extra fun part where food has been had, you're just chilling, having drinks, and you get to,
Yeah.
uh, recount old
Like
stories.
like Cassius will also, since like it's on their dime, he's gonna see how much food he can kind of get away with to take back to the ship.
Nice.
So he can share with everybody.
Beautiful.
Some of them lobster tails, please.
Yeah. Like he's just
Even-
gonna start
Nice. Lucian's like,
stuff
oh,
on the table.
gosh, it's here, and it'll like order, a couple of extra things and bring them to you. Like he doesn't want to do it, but it's like, yeah, I'll hook you up.
You understand this is from our crew, like
Yes, and
I know they couldn't be here tonight, but they'd really appreciate this food.
they deserve it after all you had to go through at the auction house.
Yeah, it was a harrowing night.
Nice, few bottles
like-
of wine he'll order for you.
Oh yeah. He'll like attach them to like saddlebags on Lupin.
Nice. There you go. Nice. All right, so he'll give you a nice hug goodbye and thank you for coming out and everything, and apologize for having spoken so freely on your behalf to the fleet commander.
Cassius is gonna kind of like, before he leaves, he's gonna look at Lucian and kind of like talk in a very low voice just so the two of them can hear, and say, "Do you want me to let you know if I see her again?" Because you were very disturbed at the information of her being on that island when she was reporting from somewhere else. Now, I'm not saying this is part of a bigger thing, but I know how much faith you have in this, but that's an irregular thing, especially for a higher up. So
You see him sort of, you can tell like there's the rigid, the rule follower part of him, and then well, maybe if I know where she is, I can like swoop in and help and get another promotion kind of side of him. It's probably for the best to let me know. Yes, please.
okay,
Just
I'll be sure to
Yes.
do that because
Mm.
I don't know. She seemed, and I don't want to. I'm not saying this to be rude. She seemed a bit off. I don't know if you felt something similar. Maybe I haven't spent enough time around her, but she seemed a bit off.
Persicon is a very passionate person, passionate about justice and making the world a better, safer place, which can come across as a little intense times. But they are above reproach, assuredly, on my honor.
I believe in you. It's just if I see her again, I'll let you know. Obviously, I won't let her know that I'm telling you. But
It would be good, just in case assistance is needed. Then I might be able to offer such assistance, just in case.
okay.
You can see him picturing the next stripe, like on his on his thing. Like, yes. Nice, and he'll he'll say goodnight. And
Cassius will give him like a really big warm hug before he goes. Yeah,
same.
because they don't get to see each other like a whole lot. So
yeah. Nice. All right. He's
It'd be funny, like if I see Cassius come out, like maybe Sinister and just pops like, oh, that was over here. Mind
nice.
looking.
I wasn't outside. Yeah.
Not a-
Awesome. He shares a nice warm hug and gives some fond, farewells. And he'll head back to his ship, allowing you to head back to yours. Do you want to be outside, Sinister? Like lurking outside the building?
It depends how well I stealth, I guess.
Yeah, go. You can make a
But
stealth check. Yeah. What's your passive perception, Cassius?
It is passive perception
Mhm.
is 14.
Okay. So 14's the number to beat, Sinister, if you don't want to be spotted.
oh my god, I got a natural 20,
Oh,
which
okay.
makes it 29.
Jeez. Yeah. Yep. Cassius, it's free walking back to the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't see anything. Yeah, he's not actively looking for anything. He's
Mm.
just trying to get back to the ship.
Nice.
I just want to kind of, like as he's getting up onto the ship, just kind of jump back, like, okay.
Nice.
It's like he's like, do I see Sinister when I get onto the ship?
I want him to kind of like just pop over right as you're coming up. Like it's a coincidence. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Oh, hey sister. I got a bunch of food from for everybody from this really fancy restaurant. I'm gonna have Lupin go down to the galley so we can
Ooh.
like distribute it out, and then whatever we can't eat, you know what I'm saying, we just save for later.
So how'd it go? Did you see anything interesting?
Yes, interesting enough to where I kind of want to call everybody together to kind of like let you guys know what's happening.
Okay, well let me go get Eden.
Yeah, get everyone, because I think everyone on the ship should know this for sure.
Oh.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
Being
Right.
first mate, he's gonna be like, get out here! Eden!
Nice, nice.
And
Alright.
I'm just like, trying to rush around and like, all right, pretend I was here the whole time.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, Cassius is none the wiser, so he's gonna actually go with Lupin down to the galley and then like start spreading the food out for everybody to kind of come and go as they please with it.
Oh, nice, nice. You start setting all the food out of the back carry all for Lupin. Out. Different crew members go out and pick everyone up. Kip comes out to Ashavar and just, "Oh, right, Ashavar, there's food, and Cassius is back, and we're all gonna go down to the galley, I think, and eat. Um, Come and join
I'm
us."
always down for food. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, of
wonderful.
course.
Yeah, I think Kip on the way is just gonna, make some friendly small talk. She hasn't had too much time to really get to know you yet, so she's gonna, invest some effort here and
Okay.
get to know you a bit. But yeah, so she'll, I don't know, whatever small talk, she's not super great at it, but
Yeah. Ashvar would probably tell her about, how, her uh music pursuits and how she likes to how she's a socialist and all of that stuff.
nice, nice. Awesome. She'll probably remark too. She'll tell you a little about herself, as appropriate. And also, I did see a roll the bone. Wait, they're not bones, are they? Gosh, what was it that you had that's your
The Gorgon horns
right?
that I've been
Ooh.
carving up.
Oh yeah, those looked they're incredible. That's fantastic. I'd love to see you perform that. It was so intriguing.
Oh, yeah, of course. Uh I'll 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 tell your fortune anytime.
She
Ooh.
laughs. That's awesome. Neat. All right, so everyone kind of gets together. Zia and Vic as well. Zia might have something to say, or Vic may. I guess we'll see. We'll find that out next week. Everyone, the whole crew settles into the galley, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
Okay. Food is sprawled out on the table. There's plenty of that fun noise when there's like a bunch of your friends around and everyone's getting things set up and they have little
Yeah.
small groups and big groups and before Cassius were able to call the meeting, as it were, to
Mhm.
order. And I think right there is where we'll end tonight's session.
All right.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
nice.
Awesome.
Good job, Dan.
Thank you. Great job, players.
Thank you so much, Dan. I have to go. So
Oh,
I'll
no
be right
worries.
back.
No worries. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, players killed it. Awesome work. So I'll get so many questions, but we'll have to save it for Patreon exclusive after show content.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, viewers.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. You're also funny and friendly and chat, and we just love chilling with y'all. It just adds so much, to our experience, to my experience, most certainly. Love having you here, and of course, thanks to Raiders tonight, especially for all those that have hung around for the show. I really hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. I will bring up our schedule here so you can take a peek, see at all the content we have. If you like tonight's show and you would like to see some more, please consider giving us a follow. And you can catch some of our other programming here. We have a lot, as you can see, a ton of D&D. These are all weekly campaigns. Most of them fall in this 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern time slot. The Wednesday campaign here in the schedule is new. It's going to be starting May 12th.
Heyo.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. Steph is going to be running it here. Very own Steph. I get to be in it, and then we have like a fun
All-star
all-star
cast,
cast. Yep.
including Dan.
Oh,
I'm in it
shucks.
too.
Excited.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
Indiana. Yes. Hype. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be crazy town. Like just we just somehow I've just
I
ended up
don't
being
know what I got myself
so
into. It's
fortunate.
fine.
I know. I love that we have just so many amazing people on the channel, so many amazing players and DMs, and it's just phenomenal. Yes, we also have a 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern time slot for D&D on Saturdays, as you can see. Tuesdays 2 to 4, we have Dungeon Craft with Steph and Vic. They paint minis and do tile work and have involved discussions. It's very fun and very intimate. It's an intimate setting. Yes. So, and an experience.
Intimate.
For real. So check it out. We have Matter with Steph every Friday noon to 3, where she will pull together votes on different fan art from the campaigns across the week, and you can vote on those in our Discord. If you're not already a member, I would strongly recommend giving it a peek. See, we're fun, we're inclusive, we're supportive. It's amazing, and you can vote on those in there. And then Sundays 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern, Madbird Plays Board Games is coming back with a slightly new format. But other than that, I can't say much until we get everything finalized. We also have a Patreon. So we love the support in any way that you give. If you're here chilling with us in chat, we love that. If you're retweeting the tweet at the beginning, going live, or talking about us on social media, we love that. If you're looking to give us, support us in a monetary way, we'd like to guide folks from Twitch. We love support on Twitch, of course, but we kind of like to guide people over to Patreon because we can give you a little more back, even at that $5 tier. You still have your subscriber die, but we can give you some other stuff, and a little more goes to us. When we have a bunch of tiers here, as you can see, Drama Club is my favorite. We just had our movie night the other night. Wednesday night. And we watched 3 movies and they were all fantastic. I mean, we mostly make fun of them. They're kind of bad movies. Sometimes they're good, but they're like bad in a fun way. So all of the fun. All right. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and give our friends over at Blackwater D&D a raid. So thank you, players, and thank you, viewers, so much for being here with us tonight. You've been watching Extremis, our Saturday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern, Sky Pirate D&D campaign. Please consider giving a Caw Madbird raid shout out in chat as we raid over for support, of course, and for branding. Yay! Have a wonderful, wonderful night, everyone, and we'll catch you all again soon. Take care. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.